Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot, and today we're going to take a look at you and your person. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. I've set the intention of this reading to be for your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements, so you're welcome to look at any of them. If you're not sure if you're not sure what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart, take a look at that site, and then just come back here and watch the placement or placements of your choosing. Also, keep in mind, it's a collective general reading. That means it's not individualized, it's not personalized to you. Messages may come through today that don't fully resonate. And if that happens, why am I stumbling over my words? And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how fits, leave what doesn't. With all of that said, let's begin. Hello, Aries. Let's take a look at you and your person. Your person could be a friend, family member, colleague, a lover, possibly even an ex. Also, remember, it's a collective general reading. You can check out your other placements, and I also encourage you to reverse these roles as you see fit. With all of that said, let's begin now. All right, tapping into the Aries collective now for Aries, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus. What can you tell me about Aries and their person? We'll get a card for you, Aries, a card for your person, and a card for the relationship itself, and then we'll clarify it all with tarot. One more shuffle here. Thank you. For you, Aries, we have thinking, missing you, craving, and desiring. So you have an individual here that you're thinking about and you are missing them. For your person, we have possibilities. This is someone who's free-spirited, adventure-prone, risk-prone. And for the connection itself, we have one day, someday, somewhere, and another time. At the bottom of the deck, we have intimacy. Okay, bonding, sensual, and confiding. So let's start to clarify this. Tell me more about thinking for Aries, and remember, reverse these roles how you see fit. Okay, for thinking for Aries, tell me more about thinking here for Aries. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Thinking is clarified by the Moon, the Nine of Wands, and the Four of Cups. Possibilities. Tell me about Aries person here. Tell me about Aries person here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. For your person, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the High Priestess, and we have the Devil. Okay. And for the connection itself, we have one day, someday, somewhere, and another time. One more shuffle here. Thank you. For the connection, we have the Death card, we have the Six of Swords, and we have the Ten of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have Five of Cups. So currently, Aries, and again, reverse these roles how you see fit. But for you, I see you being very emotional. At this time, I'm doing this reading on the 24th, on Wednesday, September 24th. So as of right now, you appear here to be very emotional and thinking about a particular individual in your life. I feel like this is someone that you have, you don't necessarily want to give up on them in the Nine of Wands, but at the same time, you feel like there's something repetitive here in the connection, and that whatever it is repetitive is not making you feel very good. So there could be some type of cycle that you feel you keep going through with this individual. I do think that you're missing them. I think you're craving them. I think you're desiring them. But at the same time, whatever the pattern is here, it's leaving you in the Four of Cups, meaning emotionally unfulfilled or rejected, emotionally abandoned, could even be sexually abandoned, or again, just like not feeling good enough. But still, there's this feeling here of, I have so much emotion for this person. I don't necessarily want to give up on the connection either. For your person, we have possibilities, and that's clarified by the Knight of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Devil. I'm going to clarify the Devil card here, but I feel like this individual is keeping to themselves in the High Priestess energy, how much love they actually have for you. So if they are expressing any love in that Knight of Cups, I feel like it's not much. That doesn't mean that they don't have a lot of love for you. I just feel like they express less than what they're actually feeling. Why is the Devil card here for Aries person? Why is the Devil card here for Aries person? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Devil card is being clarified by the Chariot, the Hermit, and the Hangman. Look at the major arcana cards for this person. Bottom of deck, Five of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Three of Swords. Okay, so this person is going within, to be quite honest with you, Aries. They're not sure if they want to continue the connection with you. There's part of something cyclical here in terms of the Devil card that is keeping them in the connection with you. And I see that here for you as well in the Nine of Wands. But this person is just trying to figure out, should they move on from the connection with you? Or is there a chance of actually making this work? And there's something here where this person doesn't feel good enough. I mean, this person is like an emperor or empress, meaning they bring a lot to the table. They're just not seeing themselves that way. In the Five of Pentacles, there's something here where this person feels like they're not good enough for you, or they don't bring enough to the table. Now, maybe it was something you said to them or that you did. I don't know. Again, reverse these roles how you see fit. But although this individual, person number 2 here, does have a lot to bring to the table, they just feel like they're not good enough. And again, it's because of some type of Three of Swords here that transpired in the connection with you. So although they feel obsessed with wanting victory in the connection with you, at the same time, this person is thinking about moving on. For the connection itself, we have 1 day, and that's clarified by the Death card, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. This is giving me a very sad feeling because I feel like this person feels like, okay, maybe Aries and I are meant to be together, but maybe we're not meant to be together right now. Maybe I need to end the connection and move on. And in the future, I'll find happiness either with Aries or with someone else. And it's like, if we're meant to be together, then I guess we'll come back around again at some point. So you have that someday, somewhere, another time, kind of like a twofold message here. So I feel like your connection here is hanging by a string. I'm going to be quite honest with you. You appear here to be almost emotionally checked out, kind of by force. And again, because of some pattern that keeps occurring here, you're holding on to the connection, but it's thin. Your person here is going through the exact same thing. Again, there is affection here, but they're holding in a lot. And I think what they're holding in is the contemplation of moving on. And you both seem to be sharing this. I would like to really be happy with this individual. I just don't know if it's possible. Maybe it'll be possible one day. Maybe the two of us just need to find happiness on our own. Let's give you, I think there's the intimacy between the two of you, like with the sensual card here. Oh, right behind that we have twin flames. Well, there you go. Some of you may feel as if you are in a twin flame connection. So yeah, there's this feeling of the possibility is there. Your person feels like the possibility is there to transform the connection and take it further. But there's something keeping the connection stuck at this time. Let me see what that is there. And look, not everyone's on the twin flame journey. As someone who's on the journey, I can attest it's a very difficult one. It's a very difficult one. And union and reunion and separation happens continually until you kind of both get it right. That might be what the two of you are going through here. I don't know. I hate to put that label on it because sometimes it does keep people stuck in very toxic, abusive relationships. But what is keeping this connection stuck? I don't see either of you giving up on the connection at this time, even if it's just energetically still being connected to one another, but there's no progress forward at this time, although the potential is there. What's keeping this connection stuck? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Three of Wands. So I'm asking what's keeping it stuck. The ability to move forward. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. And the Fool card. So someone here, bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Knight of Wands. It could be you, but remember, reverse those roles. Someone here is afraid of moving forward because I'm asking sort of what that block is. And there seems here to be a resistance to move forward. So either to bring the connection back together again or to do what is necessary in order to have this leap of faith or even just to take the connection to a higher level of commitment. There's an inability here on someone's part to move forward. We'll get you 3 cards of advice and then we'll wrap up your reading. 3 cards of advice here for Aries. 3 cards of advice for Aries. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have King of Pentacles, you have the Five of Cups, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. Bottom of the deck, you have Page of Wands. So this is telling you right now, and again, it's just advice for you. There's something here about you staying very grounded at this time, nurturing yourself and really looking at this connection and saying, despite what has happened here, 4 cups, 5 of cups kind of feeling, remorse, regret, what did I do to play into that, whatever occurred here? What did this other person do? This is being very honest with yourself in a very grounding energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, and then making the decision, do I want to try this again? Because the Wheel of Fortune very well could mean another cycle with this individual. So I feel here like you are on the precipice of a new beginning, but you need to decide if it will be with this individual or not. So right now it seems like the ball is in your court as of the time of this reading. That's what I have for you, Aries. That's your energy right now between you and your person. Make sure you check your other placements. If that resonated with you or you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus. I hope you're doing well. We're going to take a look at the energy between you and your person. Keep in mind, your person could be your friend, your family member, your colleague, your lover, possibly even an ex. Also, keep in mind, it's a collective general reading, so you very well could reverse these energies how you see fit. With all of that said, Taurus, now let's begin. Tapping into the Taurus collective now for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What is the energy between Taurus and this other individual? We'll get one card for you, Taurus, one card for the person, and then one card for the overall connection. For Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle now. Thank you. For you, Taurus, we have depth, awareness, importance, and value. For this other individual, we have bitterness, resentment, anger, hurtful words. And then for the connection itself, we have apology, forgiveness, return, and sorry. And at the bottom of the deck, we have trapped. Oy. Stuck, tied down, captive. Okay. Tell me more about this here for Taurus. Tell me more about this connection here for Taurus. So remember, Taurus, you can very well reverse these energies how you see fit. Okay. Tell me about depth here for Taurus. Why is this in Taurus's energy? Awareness, importance, and value. Let's get 3 cards here for Taurus. One more shuffle. Thank you. This is being clarified by the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, and the Devil. Oy. Bitterness. Why is bitterness here for this individual? Why is bitterness here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. This other individual is being clarified by the Knight of Wands, the 5 of Cups, and the King of Wands. And why is the apology card here for forgiveness, return, and sorry? One more shuffle here. Thank you. This is being clarified by 3 of Swords, the 7 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. You got some heavy, heavy energies here today, Taurus. So this is just a little quick energetic snapshot, right, as of Wednesday, September 24th. So just take this with a grain of salt and remember to reverse these energies. But for the Taurian energy here, I have the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Swords to the Devil. And this is clarifying this awareness card. And I think what you're realizing here in the 9 of Pentacles energy is that you are important and you are valuable and you bring a lot to the table. Whether you're masculine or feminine, that 9 of Pentacles for me as a reader is the pre-Empress energy. So I feel like you know that you bring a lot to the table. I also think you're good on your own. And I think that's the awareness that you're having here, Taurus. I think you're recognizing that this connection, there's something toxic here that's happening. It's cyclical in nature. It leaves you feeling continually emotionally battered, emotionally bruised. And I don't know what this has been for you with this person. Lying, cheating, betrayal, could be all of the above. But the feeling here from Taurus, and I got to be honest, it's almost like, I don't need this shit. I think that's and I think you're going deep, right? You're going deep within in this depth card. And we have a lot of water here on this card. I don't know if you can actually see it because the camera is so far away from me because of the depth of the table. But in the depth card, there's like all these bubbles here. So I think you've gone really deep here emotionally at this time. And you're realizing, I'm really good on my own. I'm recognizing a distressful or cyclical pattern here that is toxic in nature, and I'm probably better off on my own. For this individual, we have the Knight of Wands, the 5 of Cups, and the King of Wands. And this is clarifying the bitterness card. So this person feels that they did or said something to you that caused the break in this connection. They have a lot of remorse and they have a lot of regret. I don't know what this person did with 5 of Cups to this Knight of Wands. We're clarifying resentment, anger, hurtful words. It's possible this person spoke out of turn. It's possible that they were very hasty in their communication with you and very aggressive in that nature. And it could have been something that they feel very sorry about, that they said certain things to you and it broke this connection, or it wounded or maimed you in some way. There is remorse and regret here with whatever this person did. Now, it's possible for some of you this person was inconsistent in the connection with you. And then we're further clarifying here all of this now by the King of Wands. I'm going to clarify the King of Wands for you before we go any further. Tell me about the King of Wands energy for Taurus's person. Tell me about the King of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Wands is being clarified by 8 of Cups, 10 of Cups, and the 6 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Pentacles. Justice, Hierophant, Lovers. Taurus, for some of you, only take the message if it resonates. I feel like your person had another person, maybe had multiple people, kept you as an option, or was just really flaky in nature. I feel like this person is taking the inspired action at this time to emotionally check out of this connection. I don't think it's something that they want to do, or I should say, I don't think when the connection started that they ever foresaw themselves moving on from the connection. So I do think there's some bitterness here, and they're mostly angry at themselves. This person is angry at themselves because they did or said something to ruin this connection with you. However, I have to be quite honest, this person is checked out emotionally from the connection. They're focusing on their own happiness, and they're hoping that in time that they will find it. but they are angry that the connection has come to this. For the connection itself, we have apology, and the words on this card is forgiveness, return, and sorry. And I have the Three of Cups, Three of Swords, Seven of Cups, and 10 of Wands. This is a very stressful, burdensome, heartbreaking relationship at this time. Someone kept their options open. It could be you, I don't know, reverse the roles, but person number two kept their options open, and they're going to continue to keep their options open. There's a feeling here of fantasy and daydreaming. And I don't know if it's on your part, Taurus. It could be, because we have that forgiveness, return, sorry. So I could be speaking to a group of you where even though some level of betrayal occurred here, or some kind of wounding occurred here, you could be still kind of existing in this daydreamy energy, fantasizing that this person will rush in and apologize and remove the burdens from the connection and choose you and something like that, right? Start to give to the connection again, make things right with you, choose you in the Lover's card. But I think that you're being very realistic and honest with yourself here this week, this aha epiphany moment, that it probably is just a dream. This person is not capable of doing that. I think you're also realizing here, Taurus, that this person has emotionally checked out of the connection for you. I want to get you some advice here, Taurus. I'm going to do an advice for the connection itself, but I feel like you feel trapped here. Oh, look, right behind that, we have mistakes. Yeah, this person knows that they did something, but at the same time, behind that is the distance card and the escaping. So this person, although they're cognizant of what they've done to you, they are avoiding, literally says on the card, avoiding. They are avoiding taking full responsibility, or maybe even coming fully clean. And so right now they feel like, I'm just going to cut my losses and move on from Taurus. I think you're feeling trapped. I think that you are attached to this person. And I don't know if that's emotional codependency, financial codependency. It could be low self-worth. But I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where you feel stuck in the connection. You'd like to move on from it, but you're sort of still existing in this Seven of Cups, Neptune and Pisces placement there. I'm like, well, maybe they'll come back and make it right. Can I get 3 cards for Taurus here? My chair keeps rolling. I'm sorry, Taurus. Can I get 3 cards for Taurus here? How can Taurus deal with this 10 of Swords and the Devil? Because on the card of the Devil is 2 individuals that are chained to the podium of the Devil. And then we have the Trap card. So I feel like you feel like you're trapped in this connection. But I don't think you are, Taurus. And maybe it's through this reading or just some spiritual awakening that you're having. I think you're realizing how important and valuable you are, and that you don't have to put up with this behavior. 3 cards just for Taurus. Thank you. 3 cards just for you, the Magician. You have the ability to manifest something way better than what this individual is giving you. Strength card and the Queen of Swords. So I really like this for you, Taurus, because there are only a few cards in tarot that will trump the Devil card for me, and one of them is Strength. And so I really do like here that you will have, or you do have, the ability here to hold back from this individual, to cut this person off in this Queen of Swords energy. This is a very cold queen. It's a queen of very few words. It's the queen of brevity, I call her. I'm a Gemini. This is my queen. And this is a queen that when she wants to cut you off, she can emotionally shut down. This also is a queen who can see things very clearly. So I do think that if you have not experienced it yet, it's coming to you soon. This ability here for you to actually see your value and your worth, and to know that you can manifest a better, healthier connection for yourself. I also think that you will then gather the strength to cut this person off. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords, the Chariot, and the 2 of Cups. Yeah, I think you know that you can manifest a better connection. And I think once you do leave this individual, you have someone new coming in very quickly. I just don't think you can see it right now, because right now you feel like, I'm trapped and I'm tied down and I can't get out of this. But the awareness here for you, Taurus, to realize is that you can get out of this. Let's get 3 cards here for the connection itself. For the connection itself. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Page of Swords. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Bottom of the deck, you have 4 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and 2 of Swords. I feel like this is a stuck energy that you've been in. Like, I feel trapped. I got to hold on. I don't know what decision here I'm going to make. But the 2 of Swords is encouraging for me, because that's Moon in Libra. And so I think what you are discovering here in the Page of Wands energy, this connection is not stable. It is not fair. It is not fair and balanced, right? 2 of Swords with that Moon and Libra card is all about fairness and balance. And so we have let me move my candle out of the way. We have a new moon in Libra on October 21st. And I think between now and then, you are having this realization that you can have a new beginning elsewhere. I do think in that Wheel of Fortune card, you are moving forward and on from this individual, because there's too many cards here indicating that you will have this realization of your importance and what you bring to the table, and that you deserve far better than someone who maybe was combative with you verbally, or lowered your self-esteem, or maybe even lied or cheated on you and betrayed you in some way, or just kept you as an option. So I do think the realization here with the Four of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the Two of Swords, and then I've got the Knight of Pentacles here. I think you'll slowly come to this realization that you need to exit this communication. Maybe some of you will totally cut this person off. That's very well could be it. Maybe between now and October 21st, you decide to fully block this individual, because I did say exit communication. But I think for most of you, this is coming to the realization that you need to eclipse or cut this person out of your life, like this actual connection. But reverse those roles how you see fit. That is what I have for you, Taurus, at this time. Remember, it's just a quick little energetic snapshot. Energy is very fluid and things can change. But that's what I have for you as of September 24th, 2025. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, or maybe just found them to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini Twin Gang. Let's take a quick look at you and this other person. This other person could be a friend, a family member, your colleague, your coworker, a lover, possibly even an ex. Also, remember, it's a collective general reading, so you're welcome to reverse these roles how you see fit, Gemini. All right, let's get into the Gemini collective now. For Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What can you tell me about Gemini and their person? We'll get one card for you, Gemini, one card for this other individual, and then one card for the connection itself, and we'll clarify those cards with tarot. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. For you, Gemini, we have possibilities, free-spirited, adventure, risks. This card also came up for Aries person, so if you're dealing with an Aries or someone who has high Aries placement, you might want to take a look at their reading. For your person, we have commitment, marriage, promises, and fidelity. And for the connection itself, we have breaking point, limit, final straw, and overwhelmed. Oh boy. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have twin flames. That was also at the bottom of the deck for Aries. So if you do feel like you're on a twin flame journey, as I do believe I am, you may want to take a look at that reading as well. I dislike using the twin flame title or moniker, because I feel like often it traps people into highly abusive, narcissistic connections. So if you are an abusive connection and you're labeling it twin flame, I ask you kindly, as someone who's on the journey, to recheck that. Are twin flame connections difficult because they really make you look at your shadow side, and it sort of forces your person to look at their shadow side? Absolutely. But if the connections are physically abusive in nature, then I think that you really need to rethink the concept of twin flame and reconsider whether or not you truly are on that journey, because it should not be physically abusive in nature, okay? Now that I'm off my soapbox, let's get into your tarot deck for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Tell me more about possibilities, free-spirited, adventure, and risk. Remember, you can reverse these roles how you see fit. For Gemini here, one more shuffle. Thank you. In your energy, we have King of Pentacles, we have Six of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Swords. For your person, we have commitment, marriage, promise, and fidelity. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle. Thank you. For your person, we have King of Swords, we have the Sun, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. And why is the breaking point here for the connection? Okay. We have the Two of Wands. Well, that would be a wide point. We also have the Ten of Cups, and we have the Four of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords, and Three of Swords. Oh, no bueno. You could be dealing with another air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You don't necessarily have to be, but in your energy, for the possibilities, I feel like you're just trying to ground yourself right now, Gemini. I don't really know what is transpiring in this connection. I'm going to try to clarify this a bit more for you. But person number one here is grounded and stable, but they do not give as much as they could to this connection. Again, I'm just telling you what's here. Reverse these energies how you see fit. But I've tapped into a Gemini where you don't mind communicating with this person. You don't mind taking risks. Knight of Swords could be seen as a risk taker. I do think that you like adventure, but I think when it comes to investing in this particular connection, you're not fully in it. You're not in the Ten of Pentacles energy here. You're in the Six of Pentacles. And sometimes that could be a good thing, right? Especially when we're trying to calculate our risks in a connection. We're like, well, I don't want to go all in. I just met this person. So that could be possible for some of you. But for others of you, the feeling is here is like, I don't know if I can trust this connection at this time. So am I giving to it? Yes. But am I giving to it as much as I could? No. So it's a bit of a breadcrumbing energy here, because the King of Pentacles is the energy of an individual who has the capability of investing a lot into something that they want. And if they're only investing a little bit, it tells me they don't feel like it's truly a sure thing, especially for the long term or the long run. For your person, I have the commitment card. This is clarified by the King of Swords, the Sun, and the Eight of Pentacles. Again, reverse these energies how you see fit. But person number 2 wants this connection to go the distance. Person number 2 has a lot invested. Person number 2 is giving more to the connection. They're giving 8 Pentacles. You're showing up in the 6 of Pentacles, but in the 6 of Pentacles card, you're not even giving 6 Pentacles. You're either giving 3 or 2, because in the original Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, the Merchant, which would be you here, starts off with 6 Pentacles. They reserve 1 for themselves, and they breadcrumb 3 to this individual, and then they breadcrumb 2 to the other person. So I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where your person is actually putting more into the connection with you. This is someone who wants the connection to go the distance. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, they're willing to put in the effort. This is also someone who's willing to change for the connection. The King of Swords is the energy of an individual, whether you're masculine or feminine, who sees things very clearly. They also see themselves very clearly. And the Eight of Pentacles card is often attributed to someone who is an apprentice and is willing to learn or go to school or want to master themselves in some way. So I feel like this is the energy of the person who, oh, I could really see a future with Gemini. I could see 10 of Cups. I could see 10 of Pentacles. I can also see my own shortcomings. But because I am committed to this connection, maybe for some of you, you are married to this person. You don't have to be. Maybe that's just something you want. But the feeling here is I'm committed to this connection. So if I need to work on myself to become a better version of myself for this person, I'm willing to do that. And then we have the breaking point. So I feel like whoever is giving more to the connection is at a breaking point. They're at a Y point. We have the Two of Wands, 10 of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Again, I feel like it's more or less this person where it's like, I can't see happily ever after with Gemini, but I don't know if I can heal the connection enough with Gemini. I'm at my breaking point. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling overstressed. I'm giving more to the connection than Gemini is giving. And although this might be a twin flame connection, maybe it's time for me to withdraw. See that? Maybe it's time for me to withdraw from the connection, since I'm doing the work, but this person is not doing the work. Again, reverse those energies how you see fit. Don't get offended. I want to get 3 cards of advice for you, for your person, and for the connection. So 3 cards of advice here for Gemini or whoever this person number 1 is. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Person number 1, 5 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the 4 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. I have to be honest with you, whoever person number 1 is, they really need to go within and think about this connection, because they have remorse and regret for their lack of fully contributing to the connection. That 5 of Cups energy tells me this person is aware that they're not giving enough to it, but at the same time, they're willing to repeat this pattern within this connection, even though they know that they're not giving the other person everything that they want. So whoever person number 1 is, and it appears to be you, Gemini, you have to ask yourself, why are you continuing to stay in a connection when you're not fully emotionally invested in it? As for person number 2, what is the advice here for person number 2? One more shuffle here. Thank you. And you very well could reverse this only because I have the Gemini energy here in the King of Swords, but it could be a Queen. I don't read body parts. Person number 2, Strength, 7 of Cups, and 4 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords. Person number 2 really needs to go within and have a conversation with themselves. Is this relationship as structured or as stable as you want it to be? Does it have the potential to get to the 4 of Wands? Or are you living in Delulu land with that 7 of Cups? That's Neptune and Pisces. I know it's your wish, your dream, and your goal, and that's why you're giving your all to the connection, but you need to have an honest conversation with yourself of what are the possibilities that this connection actually can go from 7 of Cups to 4 of Wands. Can the fantasy or the dream here actually become a reality? And I think you need to be honest with yourself. And it takes a lot of courage and strength, right, to have that honest conversation with ourselves. We have Page of Swords, the Fool, and the 4 of Pentacles to the 8 of Cups. So yeah, this relationship is not making you feel emotionally fulfilled. Person number 2, and you need to decide, do I want to have another beginning or a restart with this person, or do I just want to move on from them? And let's get 3 cards here for the connection itself. Remember, this is just a quick little energetic snapshot as of September 24th, so anything can change. Energy is fluid. But as of right now, Actually, you know what? I just noticed on that card, it says shared feelings and mirroring, but I don't really think you are mirroring, to be honest. I just think someone here is overgiving. What is this person's issue? Let's look at that for you, Gemini, because it could be you. So let's look at a block or challenge you have. And if it's the other person because you're reversing, let's see, what is this individual's issue? What is the block and challenge here for person number one? One more shuffle. Thank you. The block and challenge for person number one, 10 of Swords, Queen of Swords, and Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Swords. The issue for person number one is that something transpired in this connection, which makes them no longer trust the connection fully. And I don't know what that 10 of Swords issue was. It happened over a long period of time in the Knight of Pentacles energy. So person number one, which could be you, Gemini, you feel continually betrayed by this person. And whether that 10 of Swords is lying, cheating, betrayal, some other type of deception, that's why you appear here to have pulled back your energy. So you're not emotionally content in the connection, yet you continue to stay in it. I don't know what that is all about. You're not happy. You continue to stay in it. Despite what this person has done to you. 9 of Swords, the Death card, and the Ace of Pentacles. You are constantly at odds with yourself about, do I just move on from this connection and start over elsewhere? Or can I transform this connection some way? It's a close soulmate, soul bond connection to you. And maybe you are on the twin flame journey. I don't know. But yeah, person number one here is stuck. They feel so betrayed over something that has occurred in the past. Oh, at some point over the course of the last year, or maybe repetitively over the course of the last year, they just don't know if they can continue to give to the connection. So in the meantime, they're giving, even though they're not emotionally fulfilled. All right, let's get 3 cards here of advice for the connection. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have 3 of Swords, we have the Hangman, and we have the 10 of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. There's something here about looking at this heartache and heartbreak, and being very honest with yourself, like discovering your role in it, discovering this person's role in it, and really, I heard the word alchemize. So can you alchemize or transform this pain into long-term stability in this connection? I think this is an internal conversation that both people here need to have within themselves, and then probably with one another, because I don't have a lot of sword cards on the table. So I don't know how much either of you are actually talking about one person's full commitment and another person's lack of commitment to the connection. So advice for the connection is both of you need to go within and look at the heartache and decide for yourselves, can we really alchemize this pain into power and longevity for the connection? That is what I have for you, Gemini, at this time. Remember to reverse those roles how you see fit. Don't forget to check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. But if this is where we part for now and you liked that message, it resonated with you, or you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Gemini, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. Let me take a sip of my coffee. It's a lot of talking. I'm going to have to make more. Okay. Hope you're doing well today, Cancer. Let's take a look at you and your person. Your person could be your friend, your family member, a colleague, a coworker, a lover, could even be an ex. Also keep in mind, it's a collective general reading, and therefore you may have to reverse these energies how you see fit. Okay. Tapping into the Cancerian collective now for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What does Cancer need to know about them and their person? I just saw exhaustion and time. We'll see if those 2 cards want to come out again. Okay. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, we'll get 1 card for you, 1 card for your person or the person, and then 1 card for the connection itself. And we'll clarify those cards with tarot. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, 1 more shuffle here. Thank you. For you, we have hoping. For your person, we have divine feminine. They could be divine masculine. And then for the connection itself, we have apology. Bottom of the deck, we have healing. Okay. Let's clarify this further here, please, for Cancer, the person, and the connection itself. The divine feminine card, in addition to talking about feminine energy, could also be talking about balanced energy as well. Okay. Or nurturing energy. So for Cancer, we have hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. Tell me why this is here for Cancer, for their energy. Remember, reverse the roles if you deem that necessary for your particular connection. For Cancer, 1 more shuffle. Thank you. Okay. Person number 1, which I feel is you, but doesn't have to be. We have the 8 of Cups, we have the Fool, and we have the Hermit. Okay. For Cancer's person, we have divine feminine. None could be divine masculine. It's a collective general reading. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Sun, we have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Whoa. For the connection itself, we have apology, forgiveness, return, and sorry. Why is this here for the connection? One more shuffle. Thank you. We have Eight of Pentacles, Temperance, and a Ten of Cups. Holy Jesus. Bottom of the deck, Four Swords, Ten of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. The bottom of the deck, I have healing, but I have to be honest with you, it says releasing, purifying, and cleansing. So I don't feel like this is a reconciliation reading. If you want to take it that way, you can, because it's a collective general reading, but I'm feeling new. I feel like you've had a connection here abruptly come to an end. I think you're still having faith and hope that you will be able to manifest a long-term partner in your life, or the connection that ended isn't the last one that you'll ever experience. So I do think you have a lot of faith here, and you're expecting that you will be able to manifest the connection that you want. Maybe 5% of you are hoping that a past person will apologize and come back. That's possible, but I'm feeling very new. I'm feeling like I need to release this energy. Eight of Cups, the Fool, and the Hermit. This is like I need to walk away from this connection, either emotionally, physically, financially, whatever it was here, energetically. I need to create space. I need to have a new beginning without this person. And I need to take some time to go within the Hermit energy to determine exactly what type of individual I would like to be with in the future, so I can manifest the right type of partner for myself. Again, if you want to reverse these energies, you can. But that's sort of what I'm feeling off of you. And then I got the Four of Swords here at the bottom of the deck, which again is healing. For this person, divine feminine, divine masculine, I feel like this is a new person on your path. I have the Sun card, the Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. I think this person comes in out of the blue. They could be a Leo. They don't necessarily have to be. This is an individual you can really go the distance with. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. This is someone who is solid. This is someone who's grounded. I love that this is showing up to clarify the divine feminine, divine masculine, because I feel like this is someone who's very emotionally balanced. They can speak well. They know what they want. They know what type of partner they want. And they are now on path for you. Apology. I think for some of you, you need to forgive whoever you left behind or whoever left you behind back here. I think for some of you, forgiveness could be a little bit of a block. I have the Eight of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Ten of Cups. I feel there's definitely something here about finding forgiveness. Temperance very well could talk about forgiveness. The Eight of Pentacles could talk about working on forgiveness in order to find your happiness. Here, your Ten of Cups. I feel like for some of you, it's possible. Look, I'm only saying this because I see the two hands here folded or crossed with an actual cross dangling. I'm not promoting any religion. I just got the feeling I have one Cancer watching where this person may have passed away. I'm not predicting anyone's person is going to pass away. I feel like it's already happened in the Eight of Cups. It was abrupt. We went Eight of Cups to the Fool, Hermit. This person was in my life, out of my life. It happened quickly. Now I'm alone and I'm in the Hermit energy, and I'm just praying. Again, we see in the Hermit card here someone praying, very similar to this, like praying for the strength to get through this. If that's your story, you do have someone else here on path. You have a divine counterpart that is on path for you. If that is your message, I do think that in time, you need to release this person energetically. I know that's difficult to do when we've had someone pass away. I also think that you might be bitter that this person died. And that's a very, very natural reaction. So if that's yours, don't be difficult with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Forgive yourself for having those feelings, and forgive this person for abruptly parting or abruptly passing away. Okay, that's just for probably one of you watching. For everyone else, I do think that you need to forgive yourself for that other connection. Maybe you stayed in it too long. Maybe they stayed in it too long. Maybe you kept going back. Maybe it was makeup, breakup. And there's something here about you forgiving yourself for staying in a cyclical pattern with an individual who left you emotionally depleted. I want to get 3 cards here for this individual. 3 cards here for person number 1. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Chariot, and we have the Strength card. Bottom of the deck, Five of Cups. Yeah. Energy number 1 is still sitting here in the Five of Cups. There's remorse, there's regret, there's thinking of past times, past memories. It's a very sad energy here that I'm picking up. But your advice for you is little by little, in that Three of Pentacles energy, start working on healing yourself. Maybe some of you in that Hermit energy, you need a therapist, need a counselor, a grief counselor. No shame in that game. You do what you need to do to regain your strength so you can move forward with your life. And that goes whether or not this person passed away, or you left this connection, or this person left you. Person number 2 is a new person. So getting advice for the new person is kind of pointless because they're not here watching the reading. I don't feel like this person is someone you're currently connected to. So if it's not your reading, just check another placement. That's okay. But I'd like to give you timing for when the new person will come in. Not every card in tarot is a timing card, but let's see. Timing for when the new person here will enter a Cancer's life. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Lovers between now and Gemini season. So between now and June or May, right? Gemini season starts 3rd week of May, 2026. So between now and then, you have this new divine counterpart on path. So I would definitely focus on healing yourself, maybe working on your finances. Some of you also could be thinking of traveling or relocating with that Chariot card, and maybe that's something that you want to do between now and June, and that'll put you on path here to meet this new individual. Let's get you 3 cards of advice, and then we will wrap up your reading. You know, I'm just going to get 3 cards for those of you where you are really hoping that it's a past person that comes back, although it's strongly nudging me towards the new, but maybe for 5% of you, it is a past person. Although I'm going to be honest with you, you can't manifest a person. You can manifest a person, but not the person. And that's because if you were to do that, you would be a divination abuser. The person would come back into your life because you manifest them, but it wouldn't last long. That person has to come to you because they have the divine gift of free will. And if you're intervening with that, they may return to you, but the return will be short-lived. And that's kind of how we get caught up in patterns. So I would say, if you're manifesting the person and come back from your past, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Just manifest a person, the best person for you. And if it happens to be that past person that comes back, bravo. And if it happens to be someone else, that's fantastic as well. Lovers to the divine feminine, divine masculine card tells me that this is a real divine counterpart. I don't believe your past person would be a divine counterpart because I've been doing your readings now since April of 2024, and you've been going through a lot with this person. So that's why another nudge there for me is telling me it's a new person. But for the 5% of you where you want this past person, let's get 3 cards for you, okay? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the 9 of Wands, we have the Devil, and we have the 7 of Swords. I told you. If you are manifesting the past person to come back, they will. It'll be a pattern. It's a toxic cycle, and it will constantly end in lying, cheating, betrayal, deception. This is not the energy of the divine counterpart. Just look at the difference in the colors of the cards. The Sun, the 8 of Wands, the Lovers, the Ace of Pentacles. This is bright, joyful, happiness. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up because of the lighting in this room, but these are darker, sinister. This is entrapment, and this is beautiful energy. So I did get 3 cards for those of you where you want this new person. I think you need to let this person go. They are a karmic soulmate. They're a karmic connection. There's a lesson here you need to learn, a lesson here they need to learn, and then the 2 of you need to move on with your lives. You can't turn a karmic connection to a soulmate, and some of you are hoping that you can do that, but you can't manifest someone to start doing the right thing. You can manifest the best for someone, but some of you keep manifesting this person back into your life. They come back into your life. It's good for a while, and then that same pattern is there because you haven't addressed it and they haven't addressed it. So if you were to move on with this person, I would use between now and June to address those issues within you, because we all have some toxicity within us. And if you're able to work on that, then yeah, then you have this new person here on your path between now and May 2026. 3 cards here, advice for the connection itself. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Star, we have the 7 of Cups, and we have the 4 of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. I love this new connection for you. I hope you go for it. If you want to keep repeating that cycle, you can. But this is wish fulfillment. This is fantasy that becomes a reality. This is a daydream. 7 of Cups to the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is real. It's solid. It's stable. It's a comfort zone. And the 7 of Cups is Neptune and Pisces, which is a daydream. And that's all clarifying the Star card. So this is the wish fulfillment. This is the type of connection you wanted. And that once you get it, you're going to hold on to it and never let this person go. And they will do the same with you. But if you're stuck in this, you're going to have to let that go. I hate to be the reader to tell you that, but that's the energy on the table. Speaking of energy, energy is fluid, so reverse all those roles how you see fit. Cross watchers, don't come at me in the comments. This is just a quick energetic snapshot as of September 24th, 2025. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at you and your person. Your person could be your friend, your family member, your colleague, your coworker, your lover, could even be an ex. And it's possible, like Cancer's reading, someone in the future actually popped up in their energy already because they're already on their divine path to be with them. So take the messages, how they resonate to you. I'll let you know the messages that come through. Also remember, it's a collective general reading. So if you need to reverse these energies, feel free to do that as well, okay? Let's tap into the Leo collective now for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Want to get a sip of this coffee? Sorry. I have the air purifier, the air purifier on in the background. Allergies are killing me today, so I apologize. I'm doing my best to get through the reading. Let's tap into the Leo collective now for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What can you tell me about Leo and their person? We'll get one card for you, Leo, one card for the person, one card for the connection, and then we'll clarify those cards with tarot. One more shuffle here. Thank you. For you, Leo, we have return, second chances, opportunity, making amends. For this other person, we have resistance, secret admirer, suppressing, and timid. And for the connection itself, we have only you, devoted, attached, and craving. Bottom of the deck, we have running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. And then I've got divine masculine right behind that. Some of you are dealing with a person out. Again, you want to reverse these energies, you can. I'm just going to read this as Leo, your person, and the connection itself. I've tapped into a group of you where you want another chance with this person. You want another opportunity with this person. You have eyes for only them. You only want this person. Meanwhile, this person resists you. They ghost you. They come in and out of the connection. This is a commitment phobe here. They're timid. They resist long-term connection. This is a wounded feminine or a wounded masculine. Again, reverse those energies how you see fit. Don't come at me in the comment section. I am not interested in cross-watcher comments. I don't read for cross-watchers. I'm sorry. I read for the sign and the sign's placement. So take the energies, reverse them how you see fit, Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Tell me more about return here for Leo. I think this is someone from your past you would like another chance with. And maybe that's not something you vocally express. Maybe it's just internal to you. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Two of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Wands, and you have the Hermit. For person number 2 here, resistance, suppressing, secret admirer, they watch you. They watch you. They think about you. One more shuffle here. Thank you. But they resist long-term commitment. 5 of Swords. There you go. 9 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. This person is their own worst enemy. And only you, devoted, attached, and craving. I feel like this is your energy here. One more shuffle. Thank you. 6 of Swords came flying out of the deck, followed by Knight of Swords and Queen of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Again, reverse energies how you see fit. But I have a group of you that you're like, yeah, I would do it again with this person. I would re-engage with them. I would date them. I would see where the connection would go. And I think you've been stuck. Like, I don't know if I want to let this person go or not, or just let go of the dream of having this person in my life one day. Again, reverse those energies how you see fit. But person number 1 is like, I could move on. I don't know if I want to move on. Knight of Wands. I don't quite yet want to give up on the connection. I would be willing to invest in this connection again if given the chance. And I think you keep it to yourself in that Hermit energy. I think this is something buried within you. This other individual, their own worst enemy. This person is a block to their happiness. They're a block to their long-term success. This person is a commitment phobe. 5 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and 10 of Pentacles. Like, I'll spite my nose off. What is that? I'll cut my nose off to spite my face. They'll watch you from afar. Notice in the 5 of Swords, this person's watching the other people. So it's like, I moved on from you, Leo, but I kind of still look back every now and then, see what you're up to. This person broke your heart. They're holding 3 swords. There's 2 swords on the ground. So at some point you made a decision to walk away, or maybe they did. But this person is resisting being happy, 9 of Cups, following their heart, doing what they feel would genuinely be best for them, and having long-term commitment. And I kind of called that at the onset of the reading. Person number 2 is resisting long-term commitment for whatever reason. They'll watch you from afar. As for you, I feel like you have moved on from this connection. I don't think the two of you are physically together anymore. and that Six of Swords energy. But Knight of Swords, the Queen of Wands is your energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. I think you would take this person back if they came back. I think at your core, you are devoted to an individual who is not devoted to you. And I think you would be open to having communication with this person, or if this person showed back up 10 years from now, you would invite the conversation with them. And again, reverse those energies how you see fit. I want to get 3 cards for you, Leo. 3 cards for Leo here. Remember, it's a quick energetic snapshot as of September 24th. Energy is fluid. This could all change, 2 days from now or 2 weeks or 2 months from now. I'm just telling you the energies that I'm getting at the moment. So for person number 1, can I get 3 cards here? One more shuffle. Thank you. 3 cards of advice for person number 1. 7 of Cups, 4 of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Tower, King of Wands, 8 of Wands. You're not going to like this. 7 of Cups is Neptune and Pisces. It's daydreamy energy. There's something here. You need to heal the fantasy that you have about this person returning and being everything that you want them to be or need them to be. There's something here about healing that fantasy and understanding that the most you're ever going to get from this person is Page of Cups. And it's not good enough, because if it was good enough, the connection would have still stayed together and you would have been happy with that and not pressed for more, and this person wouldn't have ran off and did whatever they did and sabotaged the connection. So I think you need to be honest with yourself that this person at this time only has the capability of showing up in Page of Cup energy. I think you need to heal the fantasy that this person is going to make this return and sweep you off your feet like some kind of romance novel and make amends. These readings are hard. I don't mean to be a mean reader, but I have to tell you the truth that's here. You deserve so much better. I want to ask you, why are you putting up with this shit? I got to be honest. I've been reading for you since April of 2024. You're one of the more resilient signs that I read for collectively and privately. And sometimes I think the Leo collective doesn't realize just how fucking wonderful they are. And I know that I just got demonetized and it's not professional to curse, but sometimes the Jersey Gemini in me, sometimes the New Jersey Gemini in me gets a little street. So I'm sorry, but you're fucking amazing. What are you doing? Hoping and praying that someone who can't see your value or worth, or who sabotages their own happiness, why are you hoping and praying they come back into your life? They sabotage their own happiness. All they would ever do is sabotage your happiness. Resistance. Let's get 3 cards for this person. 3 cards for this person. I want to ask you a question as a friend. Don't you want to be devoted to someone who's only devoted to you? Don't you deserve that? I think you deserve that. 3 cards for schmuck number 2 here. 3 cards for this individual. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 3 cards for this person, the Devil. Look, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. The Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Swords. Jesus. This is a repetitive cycle with this person. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands. They're inconsistent. Knight of Wands, 10 of Cups, 3 of Swords. Yeah. That's a little Italian comes out. What are you doing? I got to ask you, what are you doing? Because even though this person may not be in your life, and you're like, I'm good, I'm single, energetically, you are still courted and attached to this person. And then you're wondering why you can't meet a new person? You're still tied to that thing, because maybe you pleasure yourself. I got to be honest, okay, we're adults. Maybe you pleasure yourself thinking to this person. Maybe you've got fantasies. Maybe you dream about coming home and their car's in the driveway and they're there with flowers or whatever, cigars. If you smoke cigars, like asking you for your forgiveness. That is keeping you energetically tied to someone who they don't deserve you. They don't deserve you. The Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Swords, lying, cheating, betrayal, deception. Don't you deserve someone who is only devoted to you? Of course you do. And this says attached on the card. I would do a cord cutting with this individual. This person's inconsistent. They come in, make you happy for a little bit, and then boom, break your heart. I got to be honest with you. Want to reverse these energies? You can. I want to get you 3 cards of advice. Now, my advice as a friend, and I had to do this with a platonic connection, not romantic, but it will work for romantic. If you go to my website, thetimelines.com, click on resources, scroll down a bit, there's a cord cutting ritual. I would do a cord cutting ritual with this individual. We have a full moon in Aries on October 6th. Full moons are all about releasing. I would follow that full moon releasing ritual for this individual. I would write a letter. That's typically what I do. I pen a letter to the person I'm cutting the cord with. I pour everything into that letter, everything they did, the ways they made me feel. I'll even say something like, thanks for the bracelet or thanks for the memories, but I can't continue this anymore. You put everything in that letter. Some of my letters have been 9 pages long, I'll be honest with you. You could type it out on your phone, your computer, read it out loud. I typically print it, and I print it because I want the hard copy paper of it. I sit up here in the energy of the full moon. Like I said, you've got one in Aries. Aries is all about taking action, right? So take action on your own behalf. Cut the cord with this person. I sit up here, stainless steel bowl filled probably halfway with water. I read the letter out loud. Follow that full moon ritual on my website. It's free. I burn the letter when I'm done. The paper starts, catching on fire. Don't wait for the whole thing. Don't burn your house down. It just, in essence, what you're doing is releasing all of that. So you basically write a letter you don't intend to send to that person. I mean, you pour yourself into it. And you burn it and you drop it in the water. You forgive them for not knowing better. It doesn't mean what they did to you is right. I forgive you for not knowing better. I forgive you for not seeing my worth. And I forgive myself for not seeing my worth also. Let that person fucking go. You deserve better. What's coming your way? I want to know what's coming your way. What's coming your way, Leo? I've got the Fool, new beginning. That's why I love tarot. Can't make it up. Page of Wands and the Empress. That's a divine counterpart, masculine or feminine. The Emperor to the Empress. Have you ever seen anything like this before? It's rare. This is why I love tarot. And 4 of Wands right behind it. So release this person. Take a chance. Discover ways how to heal. Discover ways how to move on. Slowly get out there into the world. What is waiting for you is a true divine counterpart. After you're done with this person running back and forth, there's your divine masculine, divine feminine. It was not this person. King of Wands, not going to become an emperor or an empress. I got to be honest with you. That's what's waiting for you. Your 4 of Wands, your Death card, your Ace of Wands. Here's your transformation, your passion, new beginning, Hierophants here. Relationship that can go the distance. Cut the cord with whomever, whatever this is. That's just my advice to you. Remember, it's a quick energetic snapshot. That's what I have for you, my darling. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, maybe just found them to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo. I should probably make sure the mic is on. It is, thank God. Hope you're doing well today. Virgo, I didn't do as many readings as I wanted to during your season. So if I missed your birthday, I'd like to wish you a happy belated birthday. We're now officially in Libra season. Today is September 24th. So we're going to do a quick energetic little snapshot here between you and the other person. The other person could be a friend, family member, boss, colleague, coworker, could be your lover, could be an ex-lover as well. I want you to take these messages how you see fit. Also, keep in mind it's a collective general reading. So if you need to reverse these energies, you're welcome to do that as well. And I do recommend that you watch your other placements. Okay, tapping into the Virgo collective now for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What can you tell me about Virgo, their person, and their connection? We'll get 1 card for you, 1 card for them, 1 card for the connection, and then we'll clarify those cards with tarot. For Virgo, as of today, 1 more shuffle. Thank you. For you, we have Twin Flame. Now, if you don't believe in the Twin Flame journey, you just mean an extraordinarily strong soul bond connection. For this person, we have intimacy, bonding, sensual, confiding. And for the connection itself, we have exhaustion, depletion, drained, long journey. You're not going to want to hear this. I kind of had to give the same message to Leo. This connection is on the other side of you moving on from a connection that has left you exhausted. If you want to click off, you can do that. If you want to hang in there with me, I recommend you do that as well. Soulmate, told you, very strong soulmate connection here waiting for you. Deep love, unity, soulmate connection. It's not one that's left you depleted or drained or has taken you a long time to move away from or move on from or heal from. So you have someone here with shared feelings. They are now on your path. They're now on your path. New York, New York. This person could be from New York. They could have a New York accent. I don't know. They could be from York, England. I don't know. Take the message how they resonates to you. Something with New York. Okay. Maybe you go on a trip to New York and you meet this person. I don't know. Maybe they're taking a trip in your area and they're originally from New York. All right. Twin Flame. This is the energy here for Virgo. So I think you're desiring a very deep soulmate, soul bond connection with an individual. For Virgo here, 1 more shuffle. Thank you. First card out, Knight of Wands, the Moon, and the Ace of Wands. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'll get to that in a second. For person number 2, intimacy, bonding, sensual, confiding. Is this someone you can trust? New Year's, maybe some of you are meeting this person right around New Year's. Maybe you're traveling for New Year's Eve, or they're traveling to your area. Okay. I usually don't leave the house on New Year's. I'm the person who sits home, usually up here. For New Year's, we usually hang out up here with our little cheese and crackers and the cat and all that stuff. But if you were to go out, I mean, I always say be safe on New Year's Eve because so many people are drinking and driving and being really stupid. But it's possible you are invited to a New Year's Eve party and this is where you meet this person. Okay. All right. One more shuffle here. Thank you. For this person, the 8 of Swords kept flying out of the deck. The Queen of Cups and the Tower. This is like instantaneously, I don't see you and now I see you. You're not on my path. Now you are on my path. Boom. Very quick. Magician. Like this is someone you've manifested. Queen of Wands, 6 of Swords. This is someone you've manifested here. Okay. Exhaustion. I keep going back. Some of you may be traveling. And I don't know, maybe you're traveling to a friend's house for New Year's Eve and they're inviting a friend. I don't know why this is keep coming up for me, but travel here. Tell me about exhaustion here. I think this is your current or last connection. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Exhaustion, clarified by the Hierophant, the 2 of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Justice, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and the Fool. This is a new beginning in love. If you're looking for reconnection, I don't believe this is it. I got to be honest with you. I think you want to take the inspired action to get out there and meet your person. Knight of Wands, the Moon, and the Ace of Wands. Is also something with the Moon. I'm not trying to be like religious or anything, but they kind of look like reindeer. I think for some of you, you're meeting this person. What is that? Sagittarius, Capricorn season, right around the holidays, because that's like a reindeer here in the Moon. I don't have my my full new moon charts out into December. I stopped at November 19th, which is the new moon in Scorpio, but it could even be travel around the new or full moon in December. But anyway, I feel your feeling here is like, despite my doubts, fears, and insecurities, I really want to get out there and meet someone who shares my feelings, who mirrors my feelings back to me, right? Who's reciprocal in nature. So I've tapped into a group of you who are like, you want to meet your person like yesterday. As for your person who's on path for you, 8 of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Tower. This is Plutonic energy. So this comes in like a bang. This person's not expecting to meet you, not expecting to connect with you. And then this other connection here, I feel like long-term commitment, Hierophant to the 2 of Swords, it was blocked for some reason. I think it's left you drained, but in the Page of Wands, you're slowly deciding to move away or disconnect from that person. Your energy. Can I have, actually, I'm not going to tap your energy. I don't want to waste your time today. I really want to look into this new person and how and when you're meeting them. So if the reading is resonating for you already, I don't think I've told you anything you don't know. You want to get out there. You want to reconnect. You want to have a passionate new beginning. You could be fantasizing about being sexually intimate with someone or just missing that aspect of yourself, coming back, you know, online again and all that stuff. Because Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, the Moon card could be like self-pleasuring yourself for those of you who are single, or just dreaming, fantasizing about being in a very like hot and heated relationship. This new person. Tell me about the new, actually, let's get rid of this past person. They're annoying me. They're annoying me. I think they left you depleted. They're leaving me depleted. Can we get 3 cards on this person who's currently exiting? It could be current, it could be past, but they either physically have to exit your life, like leave, or you leave them, or energetically you're still tied to them. That's possible. But they're draining and depleting me. I can only imagine what the hell they're doing to you. 3 cards on this. Who is this person? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Hermit, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. This is someone who gave very little to the connection. I think you were wholly invested for the long run. The Hermit is your energy. The Knight of Pentacles is the knight who plants the Ace of Pentacles, hoping to get to the 10. I think your heart was open to this person. I think they showed up in page energy. And some of you, you're still in this connection. It's been a long journey. You keep waiting for this person. All right, can we move it? You know, can we move it along now? I don't know what this person's issue is. Very immature energy here. 2 pages here for this connection. It's like I was never able to get off the ground, is the feeling I get. Can I get 3 more cards on this person? Anything else we need to know for Virgo? One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Cups, the Lovers, and the Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. Boy, did you wait. Some of you, you're still waiting. You're like, nope, that page is going to become a knight, and then they're going to like choose me or choose us, and then we're going to elevate to the Ace of Cups. I mean, some of you are really holding out hope for this person, even if they're no longer in your life. You're still hoping like they come back to you. They travel back to you. Judgment, Justice, Six of Cups. Man, you're waiting. You're waiting. But I do think some of you end up making the judgment call to see this connection or see this person for who and what they truly are. What is this person's issue? What is this person's issue? What is this person's issue? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What is this person's issue? Magician, Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. They get in their own way. Hangman, Ten of Wands, Four of Cups. Oy. This person gets in their own way. They get in the way of their own happiness. Their doubts, fears, and insecurities get the best of them. This person could be a commitment phobe. For one of you watching, this person is involved in another connection. And as mentally depleting as it is for them, they consistently choose to stay in that other connection. They have something established here with someone else. Shared resources, family, kids. Hangman, Ten of Wands, Four of Cups. Yeah, if that's the case, are they happy in that other connection? No, but do they consistently choose to stay in that other connection? Yes, they do. Four of Wands, Six of Swords, Nine of Cups. What's behind that? Five of Wands and the Star. Yeah, regardless of the discord or arguments or disagreements in the other connection, they can, and loss and remorse and regrets, they consistently choose to work on that other connection. All right, let's not get too hung up on this person. I see your love for them. I think you have deep love for this person. I think you keep also hoping to manifest them back. I was explaining this to Cancer. I think it was Cancer. You can't manifest the person. You can try, but then they enter your life for a very short period of time and they leave again. And they leave again because they have the divine gift of free will. So if you want to manifest a person, like or that particular person, like you want to manifest them, they might return short period of time, some communication, flirtiness, maybe intimacy, and then boom, they punch out again. Because you sort of become a divination abuser, manifesting that person into your life. And it's like you call them in, but then they have the divine gift of free will, so they exit again. I think what you need to do is manifest the type of person you want. If that person comes in, then it's them. If it's not them, then it's someone else. Okay? I want to get into the someone else. This person comes in pretty quick here. This person comes in pretty quick. Who is this person? Tell me about this person. Tell me about this person first. One more shuffle here. Thank you. This person will like to read. Nine of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Emperor. Wow. Okay. This person is someone who has looked at past behavior, past mistakes, past patterns, and they've grown from them. They've also moved on from past patterns, past mistakes. This is someone who has evolved as a person. They are an Emperor or an Empress. They're very future focused. They also have turned their back to the past, if you notice. The Emperor has their back to the past. So they've recognized patterns within themselves or within connections, and they're learning, they're elevated, and they're turning their back. They're not repeating those patterns anymore, and they're coming forward or moving forward. Seven of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. I'm just saying this person has looked back. They've seen their mistakes. They've grown. They've grown. They have grown. Solid person here. When will... I was almost going to call you Pluto because I looked at the Tower card. When will Virgo be meeting this person? Tell me more about when they will be meeting or how. When or how. We'll try to get timing for you also. How? Well, I was going to say it again. Pluto. I don't know. Maybe you're meeting a Scorpio, Pluto. I don't... Virgo. Maybe this person is a Scorpio. Maybe you're meeting them in Scorpio season, although I feel like that's too early in terms of timing. But how is Virgo meeting this Emperor, Empress? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ace of Swords, Three of Swords, Queen of Wands. Once you move on from the heartbreak of this person, this is when you meet this person. I'm asking, when do you meet this person? You meet this person when you get past the heartache of this person. Some of you need to cut a cord. Ace of Swords, Three of Swords, Queen of Wands. You need to take the inspired action up to cut a cord with this person. Yeah, even if they're still not in your life, some of you are like energetically attached to this person. This chair keeps rolling. I'm sorry. How long after Virgo cuts the cord do they meet this individual? Not every card in Tarot's timing. Just saw the Four of Wands. How long after Virgo cuts the cord do they meet this new person? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the 10 of Cups. Well, that is the 10th month of the year. So I would cut the cord soon. You have a full moon in Aries on October 6th. I would cut the cord because this very well could be the 10th month of the year, which could be October for some of you, or within 10 months of you letting this person go, because everyone's on a different timeline. Some of you are going to really try to make this work. And so in that case, it might, take you even longer to release that person. Anything else we need to know about the new connection here for Virgo? One more shuffle. Thank you. Anything else you need to know? Three of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Three of Cups. I love it. So take your time to heal from this past connection. Cut the cord with this person. I think for a lot of you, this other person, you sort of start off as friends, but I like it because the Three of Pentacles is very foundational in a relationship. It's taking a slow Pentacle energy. It's getting to know one another and then slowly building up to victory, sexual excitement, because this is also Leo energy. And then the Three of Cups, the whole falling in love thing. I like it. It's a very slow progression towards the 10 of Cups. So I like this for you. Do I think you need to cut out this other person? You do. I would do a cord cutting. I would do a full moon ritual, and I would do a new moon ritual, like boom, 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 back to back. I'd cut the cord with this person, release them in the full moon, and then the new moon, call in the new person. You can go to my website, thetimelinetarot.com, click on resources, scroll down a bit. It's all free self-help stuff on that page. And I would do that cord cutting, full moon, and then the new moon. I would call in this new person. This is deep love. This is a divine counterpart. I heard divine counterpart. It's not this that has left you depleted and drained, but you just take those messages how they resonate to you. That's what I have for you, Virgo. If you like that message, if it did resonate with you, or you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. I'm really fighting my allergies today, but I hope you're doing well. We're going to take a little energetic snapshot look between you and your person. The person could be your friend, family member, lover, coworker, could be your significant other, could even be an ex for some of you. So take the messages how they resonate to you. Also keep in mind it is a collective general reading, so if you need to reverse these energies, you're welcome to do that as well, okay? Tapping into the Libra collective now for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What does Libra need to know about them and their person or the person? We'll get one card for you, Libra, one card for the person, and then one card for the connection itself for Libra. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have conflicted decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. That's for you. But again, if you want to reverse this, you can. For your person, we have boundaries. No. Drawing the line. Enough. And for the connection itself, we have elusive, dishonesty, deception, trickery. Okay. Bottom of the deck, intimacy and cloudy judgment. Someone stepped out of the connection. If it's not your reading, check another placement. But I've tapped into a group of you. Either you did or they did. Someone was dishonest. Someone stepped out. Someone was intimate with another individual or confided in another individual. And I think, I know I'm not condoning one night stands, but I can almost see out with people, drunk, someone put something in your drink. It happens, not making excuses. They come home the next day or whatever. They tell you, they, plead for your, they plead with great remorse. They plead for your forgiveness. I kind of get that. When you're connecting with another individual, you're bonding with another person, you're being sensual with another person, and you're confiding your relationship issues or personal issues in another person, it now becomes an entirely new relationship. So I'm dealing with a Libra here. Either you did that to your person or your person did that to you. I'm just going to tell you what's on the table. You reverse the energies how you see fit, okay? Conflicted. Again, I have this for you, Libra, but if you want to reverse this, you can. Decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. Tell me more about this here for Libra. We get the Queen of Swords. That's your energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. Tell me more about Libra's energy here. Thank you. We have the Lovers. Told you. Multiple choice. And Four of Swords. Okay, we'll get into this a little deeper. Tell me about boundaries here. Page of Wands. Okay. This is no. Drawing the line. Enough. Tell me more about this here for Libra's person. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Elusive, dishonesty, deception, trickery for the connection here. What is this all about? One more shuffle here. Thank you. This is clarified by 10 of Cups, the Devil, oi, and the 2 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Empress, the 10 of Wands. What's behind the 10 of Wands? 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Again, reverse these roles how you see fit. Person number 1 made the conscious choice in the Queen or King of Swords energy, made the conscious choice to step out on this connection. I think it was you, Libra, but again, if it was your person, take it as your person. I don't know if it's your current person or your past person, but I'm going to just read as person number 1. Person number 1 is very hot and cold in the connection because they're very conflicted about whether or not they want to stay in the connection. And that's because at some point in time, they made the conscious choice to step out of the connection. This person is currently in retreat mode, 4 of Swords, trying to figure out what the hell they did. Why did they do it? Why do they engage in this behavior? They're also trying to contemplate who they want to be with because they're a little confused at this time. Person number 2. Person number 2 is struggling with boundaries. They're still giving to the connection energetically or financially or emotionally. This person would like to move forward, Page of Wands to the Page of Cups. They're considering moving on from the connection, but there's still love here. It's small. It's been deeply wounded, but they're still giving to the connection in some way. The connection itself at some point was the 10 of Cups. There was happiness, maybe a marriage or long-term plans, and then deception came into play. In the Devil energy, we are clarifying here this elusive card, which looks like a spider web. So someone stepped out and brought another connection into this connection. Okay, person number 1. 3 cards of advice here for person number 1. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Person number 1, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands, the Tower, and Judgment. Person number 1, again, it's only advice. Person number 1 needs to go within and figure out why they behave this way. Why did they create a third-party situation? Someone here needs to better balance themselves. They're not emotionally balanced. They also could have some financial issues. This person has a lot of remorse and regret over what they did, but they're also failing to take full account or accountability for what they did as well. Person number 1 seems to be very financially focused, and that might be why they've decided to stay or would like to stay in the primary connection. But meanwhile, they're juggling energetically, emotionally, financially, another connection. Do they have remorse and regret for what they're doing? Yep. Are they going to keep doing it? Yep. Person number 2, you're struggling. Let's get 3 cards here for person number 2. Person number 2 is giving, but they don't know how much more they can give for. They're losing hope. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Advice for person number 2, the Empress. Well, person number 2 may very well be you, Libra. I don't know. But person number 2 needs to step into their power, whether they're masculine or feminine, whether they're a Taurus or Libra is inconsequential, because the Empress and Emperors are the embody the best qualities of all 4 queens or all 4 kings. So whoever person number 2 is, you need to boss the F up. I hate to be that reader, but you need to boss up, Death card, and end this connection. Queen of Wands, you need to put yourself first. You need to take the inspired action to end this connection. Bottom of deck, Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the 5 of Pentacles. Cut your losses and move on. You have another counterpart here, Queen to the King of Pentacles, waiting for you as soon as you move on from this person. I hate the hard readings. And if I wanted to get a lot of viewers, a lot of subscribers, and make a lot of money, which do I need money to keep my lights on and feed myself? I do, but this is my mission. It's a job, but I don't do it for the money. But if I was the reader doing it for money, I would tell you this is all going to come back together again. And I would just keep you hooked to my reading. So every time you watch it, I make another fraction of a penny every time you view the damn video, because that's how little YouTube pays as content creators. Unless you're like over 1 million people, you really aren't making much or close to 1 million. So yeah, if I wanted to be that reader, I would tell you this person's going to come back repenting, but I don't see it. I got to be honest. I don't see it. So I'm going to be honest with you. I think you need to boss up, man or woman, or whatever you identify as, and take the inspired action to put an end to this connection. 3 cards of advice here for the connection itself. 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle here. Thank you. This is distorted love. This is unbalanced, unhealthy, distorted love. 8 of Swords. And you feel trapped. You feel trapped by it, or they feel trapped by it. Nine of Swords, Jesus. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ace of Swords. Oh my God, I love that. The worry that you have, both on the conscious and subconscious levels, Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords, Ace of Swords. You can free yourself. I know you feel trapped. You can free yourself. You can free yourself from wondering why they did it, why they engage in this behavior, and just acknowledge the fact that that's them and has nothing to do with you, and free yourself. You have everything you need here as the Emperor, Empress of your life to free yourself from this connection. And now it's possible for some of you, this is a bit, you know, elusive more in nature. I could be speaking to a Libra where you stepped out on the connection. Your third party person and the Queen of Wands is leaving you behind, and you're going to stay in the connection and keep cheating on your person, either with the Queen of Wands or King of Wands, or you're going to find someone else. So that's why it's a collective general reading. You have to take the messages how they fit to you. But for Libra, your advice is to leave behind the third party connection, to step into your power and to free yourself from it, regardless of where on the triangle you're at. You and only you are responsible for your life's journey and your pathway. And you're being urged or guided by the universe at this time to move forward in a direction away from third party. Anything that's deception or distorted at the end of the day is not love. Whether you're contributing to it or you're just a recipient of it, there's something here you need to see very clearly in the Ace of Swords, that it's not love. And you need to move towards love because you are ruled by Venus after all. If you're celebrating your birthday this week, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. This just, again, quick little energetic snapshot. We'll check again in a week or two, but that is what I have for you at this time. If you like that message, it resonated with you, maybe just found it to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio, my moon babies. Oof, I got the air purifier up here. My sinuses are going. We got high autumn allergies here. My mascara is probably running. It's humid. So I apologize for how I look, but let's get into your reading now. We're going to take a look at you and your person as of Wednesday, September 24th. Your person, the person, could be a friend, family member, your colleague, your coworker, your lover. It could even be an ex. I want you to take the message how it resonates to you because it is a collective general reading. Speaking of that, if you need to reverse these roles, you're welcome to do that as well because, again, it's a collective general reading. So tapping into Scorpio collective now. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What can you tell me about Scorpio and their person? We'll get one card for you, one card for the person, and one card for the connection for Scorpio. One more shuffle here. Thank you. All right, Moon babies, what do we have for you? Perspective, better off, happiness, clear your headspace. For the person, escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. And for the connection itself, we have nourish, self-growth, self-focused, and soul-finding. I think you need to see this person or this connection from a different perspective. I think you need to clear your headspace. Some of you may be better off without this person or just better off without them right now. This person is pushing you away. Physically, energetically, emotionally, they need to escape. They're avoiding commitment at this time for some reason. For the connection, you both need to nourish the connection, but you both need to nourish yourselves. Self-growth, self-focused, and soul-finding. It's all self here. Bottom of the deck, we have cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted, and we have soulmates. And right behind that, we have divine masculine, could be divine feminine. So someone here is a bit cloudy. They're unbalanced. There are delusions here. And then I have another person here who's very much in love with the connection. So reverse these energies how you see fit. And obviously only take the messages that resonate to you. Let's tap into the perspective card here. I have this again as Scorpio, but if you want to reverse this, you can. Tell me about Scorpio's energy here in perspective. Better off, happiness, and clearer headspace. I don't know. Maybe some of you feel you're better off with this person. Let's see what the cards have to say. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card, the Magician, followed by the Tower, Pluto, which is you, and the King of Pentacles. Tell me about person number 2. Tell me about person number 2. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Person number 2, 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and the 9 of Swords. And for the connection, nourish. Why is nourish here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Nourish is clarified by Knight of Swords, the Hermit, and the 10 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords, 10 of Swords, High Priestess, my word. Okay, for person number one, which I'm taking as Scorpio, but again, if you want to reverse the energy, you can. Person number one is instantly manifesting a life partner. I don't know if it's this person or not. I'm going to tell you the same advice I gave Virgo. Was it Virgo? And Cancer. Please stop manifesting that person. That person has a divine gift of free will. When you manifest a specific particular person, you are essentially a divination abuser. I hate to be the one to tell you that. And that's because you are trying to recall or bring someone into your life who has a divine gift of free will that you're now messing with. So even if they do enter your life, it's for a brief time, and then once their divine will kicks in, they exit. So if you are instantly, like, I don't know who the King of Pentacles is for you, but if you're trying to instantly manifest this person, or, you know, I think it's going to blow up in your face, Tower card, because you can't do that. Even if they come in, it's very short-lived, and they have the divine gift of free will, and then they exit. If it's not that same person that you keep trying to manifest, you're manifesting a person, because King, Queen of Pentacles would be like the marrying king or queen. And if you're doing that, bravo to you. If that person comes in, then it's them. And if someone else comes in, then it's someone else. But I wouldn't call a specific person. I would just call in a person instead of the person, okay? But this is what person number one is doing. They're trying to manifest instantly, bring me my person or a person. Person number two is escaping. They're juggling, they're off balance, they could be focused on their money, they're trying to refine their footing, they're running from a place of ego, they're in the connection a little bit for egoic reasons. You make them feel good, but when it comes to long-term commitment, they are blocking it and pushing it away because mentally they can't fully embrace commitment, either commitment in general or commitment to you. And again, if you want to reverse this, you can. For the connection, this is all self-reflection. Knight of Swords, the Hermit, and the Ten of Pentacles. Both of you need to go within. Both of you need to heal. Both of you need to do some soul searching. Both of you need to find ways on how to make yourselves happy outside of this connection. Because one person can't be your sole source of happiness. It's just not healthy. So, and only take the messages how they resonate to you. And then both of you have to do some real soul searching to decide, can this connection actually go the distance in the Ten of Pentacles? And you're not going to know that until you really find yourself and you get a better perspective, and this person really goes within and finds themselves and understands why they're blocking or escaping long-term commitment. Let's get 3 cards of advice here for person number one. Person number one. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Person number one, the World, the King of Swords, and the Death card. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. Perspective, perspective, perspective. Have you learned your lesson? Have you learned your lesson that you cannot manifest that person? I don't think some of you have. So for some of you, that World card, the King of Swords and the Death card is like, have you learned the lesson that you can't keep bringing this person back into your life? You are, I hate to say divination abuser, but you know, that's what I heard for Cancer as well. You just can't mess with someone else's free will. I'm sorry. For others of you, I think you need to end the cycle with this person, but only you can do that. Only you can have the clarity of mind and that perspective to realize, hey, I am better off without this individual. For others of you, you need to learn a lesson here in this connection. Like, they have to learn a lesson and you have to learn a lesson. I'll get back to that. For this person, Two of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and Nine of Swords. It's like this person likes the instant gratification from the connection, but long-term commitment, they push it away, they avoid it, they block it. Six of Wands to the escaping card could also mean that they're engaging in this connection because it helps them like escape from their reality. Ace of Wands, that's the truth. Okay. Let me get 3 cards for person number 2. Then I'm going to go back to you there. Person number 2 here. One more shuffle. Thank you. 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and the Moon. Yeah, this person is afraid of commitment. This person needs to work on why are they in a soul, why do they desire a connection with you? This 2 of Cups, which it is a soulmate, soulbond connection, but why do they desire it? And what are these fears, doubts, and insecurities that are preventing them from taking it from the 2 of Cups to the 3 of Cups? For others of you, it's possible there's a third party here involved. And again, this person needs to go within and understand why are they engaging or creating a third party situation. And does that come from a fear of being fully committed to one person? Tell me more about nourishing the connection here, but also nourishing themselves. What do they need to know about this? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Five of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Star card. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. Yeah. Both of you have different wounds within yourselves when it comes to self-love. And that's something both of you need to heal. You need to heal it on your end, and they need to heal it on their end. And what those wounds are will be different for all of you. But there needs to be emotional stability brought back into this connection on your side and on their side. There's also something here about healing a communication wound for some of you, and that comes from both of you. So it's possible that one, possibly both of you, have an issue expressing your true feelings towards the other. Again, could be you, could be them, could be both. And for others of you, either you or them, or again, maybe both, when you're emotionally hurt or emotionally wounded, you speak out of turn or speak out of character and really injure the other individual. So whatever that wound is, and it could be one of those or it could be something different, that needs to heal in order for this connection to heal. So nourishing a connection comes from nourishing oneself. And that's something you both actively have to work on. I want to come back to this message here for you. The World card, the Knight of Swords, and the Death card could mean you need to see things very clearly and end this connection. Or you need to see things very clearly in terms of what lessons were you supposed to learn from this connection in order to rebirth the connection moving forward. So I'd like to get 3 more cards here for Scorpio. 3 more cards here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Because if this is a connection that's done and over with, and you don't want to go back to this person, and you're trying to manifest a new connection, you might be repeating a pattern if you did not take this time, this break between relationships to nourish yourself and heal yourself and do some soul searching, some soul finding. Because it takes 2 people to make a relationship and it takes 2 people to break it. And it's very easy to blame the other person because they were, I heard escape artist, because they're an escape artist, or they escape commitment, or they escape accountability. Okay, but why did you put up with that? Or why is that the pattern that you put up with? Or why are you attracted to individuals who are not looking for long-term commitment or who are not emotionally available? Does that mean that you're really not emotionally available? So even if this connection is over and you're just manifesting something new, there's still something here about seeing that ending clearly so you don't repeat that pattern, okay? 3 cards for you. Page of Wands, yeah, discovering why that connection, ended. Even if like you're not going back to it, you still need to discover why it ended. And if you're currently in it, you need to discover your role in repeating the pattern with this person. 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. What is that pattern that you keep repeating over and over again? You're holding on to the pattern. Whether this person is in your life, not in your life, coming back into your life, or a new person's coming in, there's something here about discovering, why do I hold on to something I learned about love, about soulmates, or even being with someone who is emotionally reserved or emotionally unavailable? Because 4 of Pentacles to 6 of Cups could be someone who's emotionally unavailable. They hold back in soulmate, soul bond connections. And you need to discover, why are you attracted to those types of people? Is it possibly that you are emotionally unavailable at the core of it? Let's get 3 cards here for the connection itself. And then we will wrap up your reading. Make sure you check out your other placements. Also keep in mind, it's just a quick energetic snapshot. Energy is fluid. Things could change. We'll check again in about a week or 2. 3 cards here for the connection. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 8 of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Justice. We're going to just keep repeating this pattern, huh? Not wanting to look at it. Wanting to blame the other person, or them wanting to blame you. So there's an issue here with love being genuine and love being able to come into the situation, because there is a repetitive pattern here for you and for this person that keeps happening. And without that hermit energy of soul finding, introspection, even if you move on from this person, your next connection is going to have the same pattern. So there's something here about realizing that pattern. And again, it's different for all of you. Verbal expression, angered expression when you're wounded, attracting emotionally unavailable people, perhaps even being emotionally unavailable yourself. There's just something here, and it could even be third party. Like, are you always attracted to third party connections? Whatever it is for you, figure out that wound, because whether this person's coming back or not, or you're going to stay in this with them, that pattern will keep repeating. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. At this time, if you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Saggy. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to put these cards in here and then take a quick little break there to make myself some more coffee and plug in the camera for you. So I'll be right back, Sag. Hello, Sag. All right, it's good to be back. Let's tap into your energy now. We're going to take a look at you and your person. Now, the person could be a friend, family member, colleague, coworker, could be a lover, could even be an ex for some of you. So keep in mind, it's a collective general reading. Also, because it is a collective general reading, get your words right, Jen, reading, you may need to switch these roles or these energies how you see fit, okay? So let's tap into the Sagittarius collective now for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Also, keep in mind, this is just a quick energetic snapshot as of September 24th. Energy is fluid, so anything could change here. Let's see where you're currently at with you and this person. We will get one card for you, one card for the person, and then one card for the overall connection at this time. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. For you, Saggy, we have obsession, infatuation, adoration, and addiction. So you're either obsessed with this person or you're obsessed with a person. You then have, for that person, influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. And for the connection itself, you have nourish. Interesting. Scorpio had this same thing about self-growth and self-focus and self-introspection and soul-finding. And at the bottom of the deck, we have pain. Apprehension, afraid, cautious, and behind that we have silence, frozen, no words, stonewall. I've tapped into a group of you where you're either not talking about your pain or you're not in communication with this person. So remember to reverse these energies how you see fit. And if it's totally not your message, just check another placement, okay? Tapping into Sagittarius collective now for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Let's clarify that obsession card first. Infatuation, adoration, and addiction. 3 cards fell out. Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. For this person, influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. And third party could be another person, like another lover, or it could just be that they're being influenced by their peers or their family members or societal expectations even of them. Tell me more about influences. One more shuffle. Thank you. For this person, we have the High Priestess, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Knight of Swords. The person keeps a lot of secrets. All right, nourish. This person also causes you a lot of pain. All right, nourish for the connection. Tell me why nourish is here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Nourish is clarified by the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the Fool card. Bottom of the deck, Death, 4 of Wands, and the Chariot to the 2 of Swords. So person number 1, and again, I feel like this is Sag, but if you want to reverse it, you can. Person number 1 is obsessed with having a new beginning in love. I'm just going to leave it that way. And most of you want a new beginning with this individual. I feel like you're giving to this connection. Either you're giving to the dream of being with this person, or you're energetically tied, or maybe you're still financially giving to them. I also feel like some of you want the truth from this person. So I'm getting a lot of messages now, Sag. You're going to have to take it how it resonates to you, because some of you are still with this person. Some of you want to be with this person. And for some of you, this person is an ex. And I don't think the two of you are coming back together, but again, it's a collective general reading. But person number 1 is obsessed with the truth, obsessed with wanting a new beginning, obsessed with still giving to the connection or still giving to the dream of this connection. Person number 1 is addicted, a little bit on the unhealthy side with that infatuation. Person number 2 causes a lot of pain to themselves and to others. Person number 2 engages in third parties, whether that means they're allowing other people to influence them or they literally have other lovers. Person number 2 is very quick to act from an emotional place. Like, if this feels good to me, I'm going to give into it. They kind of think without, or they do without thinking, okay? And that Knight of Swords energy. And for the connection itself, 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the Fool card, both of you need to do some soul searching. I think for person number 1, you need to do some soul searching here about this new beginning. Like, do you really want a new beginning with this person, or do you just want a new beginning without this person? And I think the only way you get that is to really go within. And person number 2 needs to figure out why they are sabotaging happiness in general. I mean, it's not just with you, but within themselves. Like, why are they just sabotaging happiness in their life? So, and it could be person number 2 is afraid of connection, real deep connection, maybe because of past pain or pain with you. There's a lot of silence here. Look at that, right behind that beginnings. Try again, new direction, starting over. Yeah, some of you don't know Some of you here are hurting in silence. For others of you, person number 2 is hurting in silence as well. And neither of you know if you want to continue going this route or to come back together. I think that's why it's so important. Both of you need to nourish yourselves to figure out, do you even want this connection? All right, person number 1 is obsessed with the truth, obsessed with wanting a new beginning, obsessed with still giving to the connection or giving energy to the hope of the connection. Tell me more about person number 1. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Person number 1, the Hermit. There you go. Self-reflection. 5 of Wands and the King of Pentacles. I think you're obsessed with this King of Pentacles. Could be Queen of Pentacles. I don't know. That's typically the marrying king or marrying queen of tarot. And some of you are very internally conflicted about whether or not you can still make this work with this person. Do you want to make it work again with this person? And for those of you where you're single because you've left behind this disaster, no offense, cross-watcher, some of you are just sitting here and like wondering, am I ever going to be with a king or queen of pentacles? You know, someone who's in it for the long run. And some of you are internally conflicted. Like you're not even sure if this person is a reality. You might be obsessed with the version of the type of person you want, or maybe even a specific person. But some of you are even doubting if that's could be a reality or a possibility. Person number 2 has other attachments. And notice how this is very much like an infinity loop here. So this person repeats a pattern over and over again, either with you or with other connections or other third parties. They repeat a pattern here of betrayal and dishonesty. Not honest with their partner or partners, and certainly not honest with themselves either. Can I get 3 cards here for person number 2? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Person number 2, 4 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Sun. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Wands. Person number 2 would like long-term commitment. That's what's so ironic here. They would like long-term commitment. They do want happily ever after with you, with someone else. They would like to have a stable connection with someone. But this person is stuck, 4 Pentacles, in their old ways or in a repetitive pattern or in that infinity loop of betrayal and deception, and not only deceiving you and others, but deceiving themselves as well. They do it for ego. 6 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and the World card. This is a repetitive pattern for this person. For the connection, both of you need to focus on self-growth and healing. Really need to find yourselves. Tell me more about the connection here. One more shuffle. Thank you. For the connection, 9 of Swords, the Lovers, and the Star. Bottom of the deck, the Celestial Weaver. 9 of Swords, the Lovers, and the Star. For the person who is obsessed with this individual or a individual, you really need to heal that part of you, because obsession is not a good thing, and all of your happiness can't evolve around one person, whether you know them or not. So there's a wound here, like you need to make an active choice here to heal that. Person number 2 needs to heal connections in their life. They need to heal love of self. And if they are engaging in multiple parties, they need to heal the engagement of multiple parties. They basically need to choose one person, but they're not going to be able to do that until they choose themselves. I think both of you need to choose yourselves, to be quite honest with you. And if that helps bring the connection together again, and you get to have a restart, a new beginning together, fabulous. Or you have a new beginning without one another. But I feel like the pain here continues until both of you are committed to healing yourselves individually. And then, like I said, if it's meant for this connection to come back together again, then it will in a healthier way. But for those of you where this is a repetitive cycle, this is going to keep repeating. Even if you're doing the work, they're not, or they're doing the work and you're not. So both of you really need to focus on yourselves here and heal wounds within yourselves. Let's get 3 cards here of advice, and then we'll just wrap up your reading. But make sure you check your other placements. Someone has an issue here with fidelity. There's another card here sneaking out at the bottom of the deck. It's several cards deep, but the word fidelity. So some of you could have an issue with fidelity. All right, 3 cards here for the connection. One more shuffle. Thank you. 5 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Cups. Yeah. Someone here needs to acknowledge the remorse and regrets and the guilt that they carry for engaging in various attachments, or maybe because of their attachment style or third party. Someone here really needs to heal that. They need to go within and they need to understand why they're engaging in that behavior. Why do they juggle 2 people? And then I have another individual here in terms of advice. Why are you continually wanting the 10 of Cups with someone who leaves you in the 5 of Cups? Why is it even a toss-up? Why are you infatuated with someone who you're infatuated with, wanting 10 of Cups with them, but all they can give you is 5 of Cups, which is leaving you emotionally depleted. So there's a lot of healing for the Sagittarius collective, for them and their person. Remember, swap around those energies how you see fit. Don't forget to check out your other placements, and keep in mind it's just a quick little energetic snapshot. We'll check back in again in probably another week or two. Okay, Saggy, that is what I have for you at this time. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. I hope you're doing well. We're going to take a look at you and the other person. The other person could be your friend, family member, colleague, coworker, lover, could even be an ex. So take the messages how they resonate to you. Also keep in mind it's a collective general reading, and so you may need to reverse these energies how you see fit. Okay, tapping into the Capricorn collective now for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do we need to know about Capricorn and their person? So we'll get one card for you, one card for the person, and then one card for the connection itself for Capricorn. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Sorry. I just had my person call me, but I will call him back. We have for you, person number 1, boundaries. No, drawing the line, enough. So person number 1 needs to practice healthy boundaries. Person number 2, foundation, established family security. Person number 2 could be very focused on building a connection with you, or they could be married and be established elsewhere. And for the connection itself, we have commitment, marriage, promises, fidelity. So there could be here where someone wants, I could have a person here wanting to build a marriage, wanting to build commitment, and another person who's just like holding back, reserved, not sure if they want to be committed. It's possible for some of you there's some third party here at play. Let's see where we go with this. Bottom of the deck, we have running, ghosting, disappears, invisible. Then we have stress, turbulence, tension, arguments, and broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. Not a great energy here, Capricorn, but let's see where we go with this. Person number 1, boundaries. No, drawing the line, enough. Person number 1 needs to learn healthy boundaries. Tell me more about boundaries here for person number 1. 3 cards here for boundaries for person number 1. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Person number 1, 6 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and the World card. There's something here about not repeating a cycle either with this person or maybe a cycle that you've had with past people. Foundation. Tell me about person number 2, established family security. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out for person number 2, 4 Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. Commitment. For the connection, marriage, promises, and fidelity. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Sun card. Okay. Bottom of the deck, King of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 5 of Cups. So person number 1, you need to learn some boundaries, whether you're going to stay in this connection or not. There's something here about moving on from the past. 5 of Swords sometimes could be repeating patterns within a connection that end up leaving you feeling lost or confused, or patterns which cause a lot of tension, stress, or strife in a connection. So there's something here about seeing that lesson, learning that lesson, and not repeating that lesson. Person number 2. Person number 2, I'm going to read it 2 different ways. If they are in another connection, they are not emotionally fulfilled. 4 Cups. 4 Cups, Page of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. If they're in another connection, they could be there for family or for security because it's established, they have a foundation, but they're not emotionally content in that other connection, and they are trying to discover ways on how they can move on from that connection. It's only for those of you where you know your person is in a long-term commitment elsewhere. For others of you, this individual feels emotionally rejected by you or emotionally abandoned by you. And so they'd like to move forward in the connection. They're trying to discover ways on how they can create a foundation with you because they do want a family, but they are feeling not emotionally nurtured at this time, or not as emotionally nurtured as they would like to be at this time. For the connection itself, 8 of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Sun. I love this because this is the promise and the hope of 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Now, for those of you where there's a third party, someone here can't see their way out of it. And they need to see their way out of it in order to cut their way out of that other connection, meaning get a divorce or separate or whatever, so they can heal, and then also heal this connection with you and have the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. For others of you, you are on the path here. Like if there is no third party, you can't see it now. You can't see it now, but it's possible here that, and I'm going to get timing for you, but it might be like by Leo season next year, you and this person really end up coming together for some long-term stability. There could even be a proposal here, or possibly even marriage by Leo season next year. So I'm going to get 3 cards of advice here for person number 1, because whether you're in this connection or not, you need to learn some healthy boundaries. Like whether this person has another person or they don't, or something like that. You need to learn some healthy boundaries here. You need to move on from repeating the same thing you've done in the past. One more shuffle here. Thank you. I think you also need to stop over giving. Yep. 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles, bottom of that Queen of Cups. So whether you're masculine or feminine, I have person number 1 here continually repeats a pattern. And it allows, I guess it allows or enables the other person to take advantage of them. You could also feel here like you overgive to the connection, and now person number 2 overtakes, and so you feel taken advantage of or backstabbed or betrayed or something like that. So there's something here about healing that repetitive pattern because it's causing you pain. And are they responsible, or should they be responsible for taking advantage of you and causing the pain? Yes, they should. But you also need to see why you are allowing that pattern to continue. Like, why do you overgive, or why do you not have healthy boundaries? Like, whatever this is for you, I feel like that's what needs to be healed here. So whether this person has another person or not, person number 1 here needs to heal a repetitive pattern where they're contributing to their own heartache or their own heartbreak. Person number 2. Can I get 3 cards here for person number 2? Like, because like if there is no other person here and it's just you and this person, it's possible that as this connection continues and evolves and grows and we get to 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, you could repeat a pattern here with this person. And it all comes down to you not knowing how to establish healthy boundaries and then how to be firm about keeping them in place. And we saw the Queen of Cups. So doing it in a loving way, not in like an a-hole way, right? Doing it in a loving way, but knowing what good boundaries are in a connection and then being able to maintain them moving forward. Person number 2 here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Person number 2, Knight of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Empress, Ace of Cups, and Judgment. Well, if person number 2 has 2 that they're giving to, because they're moving forward with you in the Knight of Cups, but still looking back. Notice the Knight of Cups looking back. So person number 2 needs to make up their mind about which direction they're going in. Where are they going to put in their pentacle effort? Have a new beginning with the established family, or have a new beginning with you? If there, again, is no other family or anything, person number 2 needs to understand that they can't keep looking back at a past connection or something that happened here in the connection with you. They either need to have a discussion with you about it. Notice we have no swords for person number 2. So for person number 2, they have a hard time, as much as they want to build a foundation with you, they have a hard time doing that because they keep looking back to a past hurt where they felt emotionally neglected, maybe sexually with the Ace of Wands, rejected. So person number 2, if they don't have a family or they don't have anyone else on the side, as much as they want to build on this new connection with you and see if they can like take it to the 10 of Pentacles, they also keep looking back at a past hurt, either with you or that they experienced elsewhere. But they need to heal that once and for all. And again, if it's with you, then they need to have that discussion with you. They can't keep saying, I'm building on this connection, but I'm judging you based on my past pain, whether like they incurred it from you or from a past lover, because that's getting in the way here of the forward movement of the connection. And for the connection itself, 8 of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Sun. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 5 of Cups, 8 of Wands, and the Death card. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Swords. If someone has 2, they need to put an end to one of them. Either they end the connection with you or they end the connection with whomever they have that established, other connection with, because it's almost impossible to move forward with 2 connections. You can't give two connections at the same time. So something needs to radically transform. And for those of you where there is no other party here, forward movement comes from discussing the losses and the regrets and the grief from the past, whether it happened in this connection or happened in a past connection. We have an inability to move forward and transform our connection now until that is addressed. So that 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups needs to be addressed here. We'll get 3 cards for the connection. Keep in mind, just a quick energetic snapshot. Things can change. So we'll look back in a week or 2, but this is what we have for right now, September 24th. 3 cards here for the connection. Any advice? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Devil, which is you, the Two of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Justice. I like this. Both for the connection, it is a strong soulmate, soul bond connection, whether there's a third party involved or not. But there's something here about you learning how to nurture this connection, but not forgetting to nurture yourself. Can you nurture this new connection? The Queen of Pentacles here is holding a baby. Yes, you can nourish this blossoming new relationship. But the Queen of Pentacles is also the energy of an individual who nourishes themselves. And there's something about you really looking at this connection, and whether there's a third party here or not, you can't lose yourself in this connection. That might have been a pattern that some of you did in the past. And if that's the case, healthy boundaries will help you to avoid repeating that pattern in the future. That's what I have for you, Cappy. Quick little energetic snapshot there. Remember to check your other placements. But if you like that message and it resonated with you, or you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to shuffle your deck real quick, and then I'm going to call back my person who called me during the Capricorn reading because he is recovering from surgery, and I just want to make sure that he is okay. So I will be back with you in 1 second. Hello, Aquarius. Thanks for giving me that little break now. Let's take a look at you and this other person. Keep in mind that this other person could be a friend, a family member, a colleague, a coworker, could be a lover even for some of you, and could be an ex as well. So I want you to take these messages how they resonate to you. Also keep in mind it is a collective general reading, and so if you need to reverse these energies, you're welcome to do that also, how you see fit. Okay, let's tap into the Aquarius collective now for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do we need to know about Aquarius and this other person? We'll get one card for you, one card for the other person, and then one card for the connection itself. For Aquarius, as of September 24th, 2025, what do we need to know? We'll get one more shuffle here. Thank you. For you, Aquarius, we have time, waiting, cycles, and moments. You could be waiting to make a move. For this other person, we have divine feminine, yin, feminine energy. It could be masculine energy. I don't read body parts, but it does look like maybe in time you'll be with this divine counterpart. And then you have memories, reminiscing, dwelling, and bittersweet. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. And then we have twin flames, and we have the beginnings card to a return. All right, I feel like I've tapped into a group of you. You could be leaving one connection for another. I don't know why this keeps coming up for my Aquarius collective. All right, let's clarify. Speaking of twin flame, there's my divine masculine calling. I will call him right back. I want to finish your reading first. So clarify the time card here for Aquarius. Waiting, cycles, moments. Again, if you want to reverse these energies, you're welcome to do that. But right now I'm going with column 1 being Aquarius. Waiting, cycles, moments. Waiting for the right time. Passing time. Tell me more about this here for Aquarius. Thank you. We have 4 Pentacles, holding back before Chariot. I can take movement forward. Wow, the Devil. Right, something, you're still attached to something. So I've tapped into a group of you, you're still attached to something. That's why you're waiting. Okay, divine feminine or masculine, this counterpart of yours. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Two of Cups. Interesting, because I am on the twin flame journey, and I hate using that phrase because although I'm on the journey, it's an incredibly rare journey. Not everyone is on it. It could just be a very deep soulmate soul bond connection, but sometimes it's a toxic connection, and I hate to say twin flame because that might keep people trapped in a very narcissistic, emotionally, or possibly even physically abusive connection. And although twin flame wants you to look within you and your divine counterpart to look within themselves, that means that yes, it could be a lot of shadow work and a lot of looking at toxicities, but if it ever becomes narcissistic or abusive, then no, it is not a twin flame journey. And that's why I always resist using that in my readings. But yeah, for some of you, this very well could be a twin flame journey. Two of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Wands. So person number 2 is acknowledging the soulmate soul bond connection, and they know that in Wheel of Fortune, divine timing, they'll be able to move forward with this connection. So you're both waiting. I've tapped into a group of you where you're both waiting to come together, except one of you here is attached to something else that is toxic. Memories, reminiscing, dwelling, and bittersweet. What is this all about? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Cups, Hanged Man, and the 3 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords, your energy, Temperance, and the Ace of Wands. Sun card. So again, if you want to reverse these energies, you can. I'm just going to read them the way I initially laid this out. Aquarius, for you, whether you're Queen of Swords or King of Swords, I have you here holding back, being very tempered before you have a passionate new beginning with someone else or with whomever this divine counterpart here is. You're holding back. You're holding back from this person right now. You're in a period of waiting. Hangman, I'm waiting for union. I'm waiting for a reunion with this person. It's also possible for some of you, you're engaging in third party. Like you need to close out, you need to break one connection before moving and having a beginning with your twin or whoever this deep soulmate is here for you. Yeah, this could be like a bittersweet ending. Okay. Person number one, what are you tied to? Person number one is tied to something here. What is person number one tied to? One more shuffle. Thank you. Person number one, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. Time. So person number one, you're stuck. You're stuck. You need to free yourself from something that you've invested a lot of time into or a lot of money into, but it has left you feeling emotionally depleted. You may have to walk away, or not walk away, heal from feeling like I don't have enough pentacle resources to enter this connection. I'm not good enough. I don't feel good enough. I don't make enough money. I don't have enough money. So for some of you, that toxicity is, excuse me, you're just like addicted to having a very bad image of yourself. And that's something you need to heal. That would be something, a toxic pattern or trait within you. For others of you, you're in a connection that is toxic. You could be in it because of financial reasons or time served. But either way, regardless of how this resonates with you, you need to learn, Page of Pentacles, how to break out of this toxicity, whether that's just a thought process within you or a connection that you are involved in. The Divine Feminine could be Divine Masculine. You're acknowledging this soulmate, soul bond connection. I say you in case the cross watcher is watching. And you're waiting for the opportune time to have a new beginning here or a beginning with your person. Tell me more about person number two. Thank you. Person number two, 4 swords, 2 of swords, and the 7 of wands. Bottom of deck, Temperance. Again, Archangel Michael. Person number 2 is just healing themselves. They're taking a time out. They're replenishing themselves. They can't see when this connection will come together, but they're hoping and praying that it will. Person number 2 feels isolated and they feel alone. They also feel the need to instill or practice some healthy boundaries in the connection. For the connection itself, 3 of Cups, the Hangman, and the Queen of Cups. What is the holdup here? Obviously, we know someone needs to walk away from something. Tell me more about this for the connection. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 7 of Swords, 8 of Cups, the Emperor. Someone here needs to walk away from the sneaky behavior, the third party, the lies, or whatever is trapping them in this feeling of like feeling not so good. Because this 7 of Swords doesn't mean that there's another person. It could just mean I'm mentally afflicted and I'm repeating this pattern within myself, which is creating a block to a connection with a divine counterpart here because I just don't believe I'm good enough or I don't believe that I make enough money. So for some of you, person number 1 needs to heal a self-worth wound. They could also be extremely concerned about their finances. And yeah, for some of you, this connection comes together when one of you walks away, breaks a connection with someone else. And it could be very bittersweet doing that, especially if you have a lot of time invested in this other connection. What is the advice here for person number 1? I feel like person number 1 is waiting for the right time to leave. The Hermit. Person number 1 is doing a lot of introspection, waiting for the right time to leave. The Hermit, the 5 of Swords, and the Fool. This is why I love tarot, because you just can't make it up. Single and independent here, 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So person number 1 is going within and trying to figure out when is the right time for me to move on from this connection. Person number 2, what is the advice here for person number 2? What is the advice here for person number 2? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Person number 2, 2 of Wands, 3 of Swords, and the Sun card. Stop waiting for your heart to be broken. 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Stop expecting worst case scenario. You are manifesting a heartbreak. You're manifesting being in separation from your person. You're manifesting, you need to heal this. This 2 of Wands, 3 of Swords, and the Sun card. Sun could be very healing. You need to heal this thing within you. It says we're never coming in together, or we're never coming back together, or this relationship will never work out. We'll never have the 10 of Cups or 10 of Pentacles. So person number 2 needs to heal that aspect of themselves. There's also in the waiting, right? Since we are clarifying the waiting card as well, there's something here in the waiting. You're breaking your own heart in the wait. So I would say, as someone who's on the journey, find other things to do. Like I was telling him at some point early on in the connection, I said, I will wait for you, but I will not waste time waiting for you. So yeah, I will wait for you. Something similar went on in our connection, but I'm not going to waste time, and I'm not going to break my own heart waiting for you. I need to get involved in the community. I need to take care of myself. I ended up losing like 50, almost 60 pounds at this point. I want to focus on myself and my space and my pet and my plants and my property. I have this new house post-divorce. It's not new. It's from 1860. It needs a lot of work, but I'm not going to waste time waiting for you and just sit here and break my heart continually. So for some of you, you kind of need to heal that if you're waiting for this person to like leave someone else. Let's get 3 cards of advice for the connection. Yeah, because again here, I'm looking at that heartbreak card. So it's like you kind of need to heal that within yourself. Let's get timing. When does this union come together? Not every card in tarot is timing, but we'll see what comes out for you. Timing when this union comes together. Obviously, it's going to be dependent on one of you leaving someone else. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Timing, 3 of Pentacles. It could be 3 years, up to 3 years. And now, I don't know, maybe there's a divorce involved. That's going to take time. You know, it took me 3 years. That doesn't mean the 2 of you aren't together in that time, but it could take up to 3 years. I then have Page of Swords, and I have the Star. So for some of you, this union to fully come together and the 2 of you like be on your own, it could take up to 3 years, okay? Just keep that in mind. But there still is like communication here in that Page of Swords to the Star card about wish fulfillment and the 2 of you coming together. So I do see you building something in the interim together. 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, but that 10 of Wands is like it's going to be a heavy lift until one of you closes out this cycle with another individual. So again, as someone who's been there, don't, you know, that you could make 3 years feel like this, or you can make 3 years feel like 30 years. It all depends on how you are using your time in the wait. And I give that advice to both of you, personally speaking. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Remember, it's just a quick little energetic snapshot, so you take those messages how you see fit, but that is what I have for you at this time. We'll check back again in about a week or 2. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. How are you doing? I hope that you are doing well today. We're going to take a look at you and your person. Now, this person could be a friend, family member, colleague, coworker, lover, could even be an ex. So use your discernment when interpreting these messages for yourself. Also, keep in mind, it's a collective general reading. So if you need to reverse these energies, you can do that as well. Tapping into the Piscean collective now for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What does Pisces need to know about them and their person? We'll get 1 card for you, 1 card for the person. I'm going to take a look at the beginnings card just showed itself. So maybe for some of you, this is a new connection coming in. But for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, we'll get 1 card for you, 1 card for the other person, and 1 card for the connection itself. One more shuffle here. Thank you. For you, Pisces, we have foundation, established, family, and security. You could already have this with this person. You could want this with this person, or just with a person in your life. Person number 2, possibilities, free-spirited, adventure, and risks. And then for the connection itself, boundaries. There are healthy boundaries here needed for both of you. No, drawing the line, and enough. Okay. Bottom of the deck, open heart, receptive, empathy, vulnerable, time, waiting, cycles, moments, and elusive. Excuse me. Dishonesty, deception, and trickery. Whether you are in this connection or you're just waiting for a connection like to come together, it's really clear that you both need to have healthy boundaries in a connection. You can have an open heart and not allow someone to run roughshod and come in and out of your life. So I feel like boundaries here is going to be important, whether you're in this connection or not. Because for some of you, this is a new connection coming in. Tell me about foundation here for Pisces, established, family, and security. Take a look at that. It's the 6 of Swords. Possible for some of you, you need to walk away from a foundation. You could already be established with someone, and what precedes the 6 of Swords is 5 of Swords. So there's discord and disagreements and arguments. Maybe that's what you need to walk away from in order to be with this very like open, you know, hearted relationship. Maybe that's how the 2 of you come together in time, is you have to leave this individual. You got to say, no, enough is enough.
not putting up with this and I'm moving on. That's possible. Tell me about person one. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords. Person number one is exhausted. They want an established relationship. They want family. They want security. They want stability. And this connection is not it. They've poured a lot of themselves into it, but they're not seeing the reward for their efforts. It's burdensome. They're troubled. They're worried. They don't know if they should leave. They don't know if they should stay. Person number one is scared. Scared. Person number two. Tell me more about person number two. Whew. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Person number two, Justice, Page of Swords, and the Lovers. Person number two might be prone to being a bit of a risk taker. They might be married to you or legally, contractually obligated to you, but they could be very immature. They could also be communicating with someone else in the Lovers card. Okay. Tell me more about boundaries. One more shuffle here. Thank you. For the connection, the Magician, the 5 of Swords. I knew it. I called that 5 of Swords before, and the 9 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords, and the Hierophant. You're not going to want to hear it. Check another placement. I've tapped into a group of you. You both need to walk away from this connection. Magician is a beautiful energy. I'm Gemini, and that's Virgo Gemini energy. And anyone can be the magician in tarot just because it's ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. That's why they attribute it to those two signs. But anyone can be the magician. But magician is someone who has all 4 aces, and they utilize those aces to get what they want. They know how to manifest. They know how to co-create with the divine, etc., etc. But magician to the 5 of Swords is someone who uses those tools and those skills to manipulate. And this could be a gaslighter. This could be a narcissist. Yeah, this is someone who's telling you, you didn't see what you see. You didn't, yes, I was texting someone else, but you didn't really see that, That's a manipulator. I'm surprised we didn't see 7 of Swords in the Devil, but yeah, for the connection, someone here needs to create a healthy boundary with another person, since it's clarifying the boundaries card, because one person here is taking advantage of another person. And I feel like person 2 is taking advantage of person 1. Because person 1, they've had it. They've had it. Okay. Person 1, let's get 3 cards of advice for you. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Person 1, Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Cups, and the Fool. In time, you're going to walk away from this person, probably within the next 8 months. Some of you sooner, some of you by Aries season, you'll be scot-free from this person. I actually have 3 timing cards here if you want to look at it. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiterian energy. So that's Sagittarius. So for some of you by Sagittarius season, you're out. For others of you, it's going to take you a little longer, 8 months. I don't know, maybe with the Justice card, you need to get a divorce. And for some of you, it'll be Aries season. But there is a progression here of person number 1 leaving this connection over the course of the next 8 months. Person number 2. Person number 2 is free-spirited. They're very immature. They like having options and choices. They could be a bit of a commitment phobe. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The World card, the Page of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So person number 2 wants to exit the connection also. Person number 2 wants to exit the connection. So I have 2 people here who don't want to be in this connection anymore. Maybe you're just together because you're legally tied to one another, or you have finances together. That's possible because we have like no pentacles on the table. Except for that page. So it's possible person number 2 is staying in this, but there are financial issues why they're still staying in this. Maybe they don't have enough money to leave, but they would like to. Okay. For the connection, Magician, 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords. This is a lot of worry and trouble, like mental anguish. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 9 of Pentacles, Temperance, and the King of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Tower. So for the connection, I feel like Archangel Michael is stepping in to free both of you. We've got the Fool and the World card here. So there's something here happening. The Tower, the Star, and the Death card. There's an ending coming to this connection. You guys are both being freed here from one another. So you can move on to, in time, find your own person. Like find new people here. What is the Tower? What is happening? Someone's becoming free, independent, autonomous of a connection here. What is that Tower? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Devil, the Tower again, and the Ten of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Hierophant, Eight of Wands, and Seven of Wands. I don't know. Something toxic here will be revealed. Maybe someone is cheating or something like that. There's something is being blown up. The toxicity, the toxic pattern. Someone's being freed here from the connection in the pursuit of happiness. It's like the divine has had it. It's like enough already. This is enough already. Can I get 3 more cards on that Tower? 3 more cards on the Tower. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Tower. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Wands. 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. It's possible for some of you, one of you will meet someone else. And that will be your break from this person. So maybe person 2 decides to move forward with another person. That's possible. For others of you, you may find someone else and break from this person. There's definitely a let go here. There's definitely a change here. The foundation to this connection is crumbling. Tower, foundation card, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. And we had 5 of Swords, 5, 5, 5. So the only card that we are missing here is 5 of Wands. The only card we're missing is 5 of Wands, which would actually be the action. So it's a little delayed here. The coming apart is a little delayed, but it's coming. Oh, 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this connection is ending through divine intervention. And what that will be will look like different for all of you. But the divine has had it. It's like enough is enough here. All right, I want to get you 3 cards of advice here for the connection itself. You could take it as advice for you if you're sitting here as person number 1. What's the advice here on this connection? One more shuffle. Thank you. The advice, 4 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the King of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Wands, High Priestess, 4 of Cups. Someone here is holding on for all the wrong reasons. I mean, in terms of advice, this is hold firm to those boundaries. Put those boundaries in place, 4 of Pentacles. And yeah, if you're going to come across as stubborn, you be stubborn. But you need to protect yourself, and you need to protect your heart. And you need to take the inspired action. Beneath the King of Wands clothing here is a warrior. This is a metal suit of armor. So someone here needs to set up some boundaries and hold firm on them. Like, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Even when this other person comes in with an apology, someone here needs to really stand their ground and be like, no. Can I get 3 more cards here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. 4 of Cups, someone needs to say no. When the apology comes in, the other person needs to say no. And they need to walk through that portal of the 1111 card there and the 4 of Wands. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands. On the surface, the 2 of you would make a good pair. King of Wands to Queen of Wands. There's passion and there's excitement and there's all of that good stuff there in terms of intimacy. But in every other aspect, this relationship falls apart. So, further advice here, if we're just looking as the King, Queen of Wands being your energy, when this other person comes in with an apology, there's something here of being bold and brave enough and courageous enough to reject it. 4 of Cups would be rejecting the Ace of Cups that this person is giving and saying, no, I'm holding firm. No. I'm jumping timelines here, and I'm taking sovereignty of my life, and I'm moving in another direction. 9 of Wands, the Emperor, and the Hangman. Yeah, this is too much repetitive pattern with this person. And the only way this is going to change is for you to see it from another perspective, which means you need to take control of the relationship and move on from it. And I do think most of you are going to do that between now and the next eight months. Most of you are exiting this by Sagittarius season, but I'm just going to leave that there. It's a quick little energetic snapshot, so you take it how you want, reverse the roles how you see fit, and we'll check back again in about a week or 2. That is what I have for you, Pisces, at this time. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, maybe just found them to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.